not worry.
Howdy doody, everybody. How's it going? I'm your host, Anthony. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. Like I said, I'm Anthony. I know. I said it once. I'll say it again. Say something once. Let me just quickly check this. Okay, it's looking good. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing good? It is... What's today? Monday night. Of course, Monday. Of course I knew that. It is Monday, May the 4th, folks. May the 4th. As Sarah says in the chat, May the 4th be with you. I am more of a Revenge of the 5th kind of person, personally. You know, Revenge of the 5th. But how's everybody doing? Leeds, his opinion on how it randomly rained today. It is raining today. It's crazy. We got a storm in Lebanon. It be storming. It's cold, as you guys can see. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I'm wearing a crew neck. It's cold out here. God, I got a haircut at the wrong time. Could have used that extra hair to keep myself warm. Haley D, hello. Sarah, hello. AC, hello. Scouty Paws, hello. Jess Polito, hello. How's everybody doing? This is going to be a pretty casual stream today. We're going to be talking about, I'm a little bit late on a couple of those things. I've been busy, folks. We did an IRL stream on Saturday. We're going to talk about all of that stuff, but I've been a little bit busy, so got to catch up with a few things that I missed. Please be patient with me. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about that Erika Kirk video that went viral. Did I click on that? Yes, here it is. So we're going to be doing some of that. Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire is like going under. They fired 50 to 60% of their staff. We're going to be talking about that. War seems to be back in Iran, so we're going to be looking at some of that stuff. Also, Lebanon, the situation is all sorts of crazy. The south is still getting bombed nonstop. 41 people got butchered in one day, yet we still call it a ceasefire, apparently. So we're going to be talking about that. There's also this viral video that went out about like Lebanese people being like, hey, yeah, we'd love to have peace with Israel. Just insane stuff that we're going to react to. Also, Spinneys, a brand new Spinneys is open in Lebanon that everybody's kind of talking about. Hub Spinneys is a big supermarket chain, folks. This is the like flagship Spinneys that replaced the old original flagship. I have some opinions. Okay, I went there and I have some opinions to share about the whole situation. Briar Leaf. Hello, Briar Leaf. Dick Forrest. Hello from Ireland. Oh, hello from Ireland. Dick Forrest. You come into this forest. It's full of dicks over here. Hello. Anika. Hello. Marina. Hello. How's everybody doing? Folks, as you guys can see over here, that is a membership goal that we have. I would like to get to 1,000 members by my birthday, September 26th. Can we do it? Can we get a 1,000 Do Not Warriors by September 26th by my birthday? If we don't get there, folks, I'm going to be personally offended and devastated. What does it mean if I can't get 1,000 members? I will not be devastated, folks. I'm kidding. But it's just a nice goal to set. I figured, hey, what kind of date can I pick for it not to be an arbitrary date? My birthday. We'll celebrate together, all 1,000 of us. So if you guys would like to support the channel, members get exclusive live streams every single week. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members. Members such as Aesthetic Kiri, who's been a member for 7 months. Thank you so much, Aesthetic Kiri, for being a member for 7 months and for rejoining 0 days ago. Q Robles, thank you so much. Malware, Dreadful Utopia, who's been a member for 13 months. And Malware, who's been a member for 12 months. Thank you so much. Your boy G-Hand Dio. Okay, wait. Or is it? Yeah, your boy G-Handio 6510. Thank you so much for being a member. Sarah Enchanted as well. Matthew Warhol 3772. Xiao Chung Chu 8676. I think I said that pretty well. Abbey Road 00 Super Clipper. Z King 29 to Super Clipper. Why don't you guys help me out and clip some of my shit and post it online? Abbey Road 00 Super Clipper. I'm kidding, Super Clipper. Thank you for being a member for 5 days. Z King 2929 Flexin' My Crocs. Pew Pew 6266. Adria Staley, who's been a member for 6 months. And Punches Babies 8115. Whoa. Whoa, punches babies, but you've been a member for 1 month and you rejoined 5 days ago, so I will forgive the baby punching. Let's go. Hey, guys, we got priorities over here, all right? Polish Pusher just gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. Debbie's in the chat for Polish. Let's go. Who got the membership? Dick Forrest. Holy shit. Look at that. Dick Forrest from Ireland just became a member. How beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better member. Thank you so much, Polish Pusher. Very much appreciate you. Ooh, also someone whose channel has been deleted that rejoined 5 days ago. What did you do to have deleted your channel? Thank you so much to our members. We love you. Whether you've been a member for 13 months, whether you've been a member for 5 days and you've been gifted a membership, whether you're out there gifting memberships and you've never paid for a membership for your life, we thank you and appreciate you. You guys make sure the lights stay on over here. You guys make sure that we can keep our crew paid. And it's not just the members that are very special and dear to my heart. It's our beloved patrons, folks. Our God-tier patron like Eli Al-Mujabber. Thank you, Eli. Superhero patrons like Ezekiel B, Fadi Mac, Bibi, A Rose for You, Khawla and Ahmad, Jordan M, Raya D, blonde patrons like Riz, Matthew Bax, Bomb, Venusaur, Edward Sphere, abductee patrons like DG, Joseph Ramirez, Aiza Nabila, Rachel. Thank you guys so much. Our patrons also get exclusive content such as Nour and Karine's fantasy board review. You also get some exclusive content from myself, and I also re-upload the members' live streams onto Patreon, so patrons get some bonus content as well. Patrons, we love and appreciate you so much. All of you members, patrons, you guys keep the lights on over here, so we cannot do this without you. Here is the quick link. While I take a sip of water. Chris, hello. How's it going? RLW, hello. La Jolie Fleur, hello. Ooh, so wait, someone congratulated college? RLW says, guys, I graduated college. Awesome, congratulations, RLW. Mabruk, mabruk. Okay, let's get rid of this, folks. Now that we got some of this stuff out of the way, let me quickly talk to you guys about a very fun IRL stream that we did on Saturday. Demi and myself went to visit Give Me a Paw somewhere deep in the forests of Lebanon, folks. Now, the IRL stream, because we were in the middle of nature, and I'm using my 4G connection, the video quality was, let's say, questionable, to be charitable, but I think those who watched it and stuck with it still got some decent content out of it. From the States, Europe, do you guys want to adopt a Lebanese dog? It was extremely wholesome. It was extremely adorable. We got to meet Tamara, who is the founder of Give Me a Paw. She told us about all the awesome things that they do over there. They essentially need $4,000 a month to feed 130 dogs that they have over there. It was super fun, super eye-opening. We met some adorable little pups, like little Jerry, like little Charlie. So many dogs, so many puppies. Big dogs, small dogs. Let me try to fix the quality over here. What the hell? We got to go for some 1080p over here. Look, even at 1080p, folks, look at how crappy some of this looks. But I do encourage you to go watch it. Still a very wholesome live stream. When it was working, I'd give it a 60% quality overall. But like, look at all these dogs. We just spent time. Look at the dogs going for a swim. Okay, so that's little Jerry over there. Where's little Jerry? That's Jerry. Oh my God, dude, Jerry. Little Jerry. We also gave them an extra $500 dono at the end of the live stream. We already sent them $2,000, so we gave them an extra $500 at the end of the stream. And you guys were donating, so I said that we would match whatever you guys donated as a super chat. We got like $100 in super chat, so we matched it and gave them an extra $400 on top. Obviously, on behalf of all you guys, it wasn't us, it was you. So $2,500 to Give Me a Paw. If they need $4,000 a month to feed 130 dogs, that means we've supplied them with a little over 2 weeks of dog food. You know what I mean? Very cute. Chris sends a $2 super chat and says, "Are you going to collect the BK's Star Wars toys?" Are you going to collect, you mean Burger King? Oh, Burger King are doing Star Wars toys. No, I don't eat fast food anymore, Chris. So I shall not be doing that, but it's cool to see. I mean, I don't even know if kids are going to want that. Kids aren't even into that stuff.
What's great is that
I couldn't stop doing weird faces petting all these dogs. Oh, look. Oh, my God.
Sparky and Oreo so far. I like Rufus. Like Rufus. Yeah, Rufus. Like who's this pretty white doggy?
That's Snow.
Snow?
Little Snow. Okay, wait, it was the quality that
Go
bad the
get-
whole time? I'm so sorry, guys, honestly. We did a vlog too, so we filmed footage for a vlog, so there's gonna be some nice crispy footage that's gonna be, I'm gonna edit that tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be ready in a couple of days and I'll be able to put that. So you guys will get some nice footage of the shelter, okay? You can make do with other than this, but if you guys want like the full experience, we spent a good couple hours there streaming, going through a bunch of the playpens, playing with the dogs,
Very
meeting a lot of different puppies.
And then we found him.
Cool.
God damn, this quality is giving me a headache. IDF Kills Children has just gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. Thank you so much. And yes, I agree with Lemonman Cat. Incredible username. Fucking awesome. Thank you so much. We got 2 new members today, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Love you guys. Thank you so much. So very loved the live stream. It was super fun. So we met this little puppy. Fuck, was it Polo? This little puppy, I think that's Polo.
Wagging his tail.
Don't be sad, though. Don't be sad.
So you guys see this little Polo? Also a puppy that survived Israeli bombing. So a lot of the puppies that we met were from the south, and those were my favorites to meet, honestly. So little Jerry that you guys saw, her whole family was killed. She was found next to her family that was all killed by Israeli bombs. So Jerry's there now at the shelter. Let me see. I think there's some footage of me carrying Jerry. Where's little Jerry? I have footage of Jerry right at the very, very end. But I mean, what an adorable little angel. This is Polo, adorable little baby as well. Survived
He's wagging his
blast,
tail.
very traumatized. So anytime we saw him wag his tail, like that was such a nice sign.
Don't be scared, though.
Look at his little taily.
Spinny? Yeah, I saw you in the real Spinny. You're the one who's not picky. You're not a picky eater, Spinny.
Spinny.
You like to eat everything, Spinny?
Guys, all the, my God, man. I honestly could go, like, I would love to be a volunteer over there. I could go spend a whole day just... Ooh, Marina got, you got a Grogu. That's so cute. That's awesome. So anyways, and if you guys want to donate to Give Me a Paw, just go to their Instagram and Give Me a Paw. You can donate to them directly. Okay, just go whenever you want. You can donate monthly if you want. Do whatever it is. Like, if you guys want to help them. We just wanted to show you guys a little bit, a day in their life, so that you guys, to encourage you guys to donate and to just raise awareness of the awesome work that they're doing. Hopefully the vlog will get a bit more views and will help try to get them some more donations. But anyways, we wanted to make sure to give them a little bit extra. And we're going to keep them on our radar. Like, anytime we do another fundraiser, or if Lebanon ever needs more funds, they're always going to be on our list of beneficiaries. They are a DNW approved charity. Let's go. I also sent a little transfer today to the cat lady with the 40 cats. Now, she lives over an hour away from me, so I didn't want to wait till we go meet her to give her the money. So I got in contact with her again today. I'm like, listen, I don't know when exactly we're going to be able to go film like that video and meet you. So I don't want to make you wait for the money until we come meet you, because I don't know when that's going to be. So we sent her a nice amount of money. Okay. Maybe some might say 1K of cash for the cat lady with the 40 cats, Lady Diana. So to Madame Diana, we appreciate her and thank her so much. And we can't wait to go meet her and the 40 cats, the over 40 cats that she's taking care of. So also that happened today. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate all of you. So that is the live stream. If in case you guys want to check it out, link is in the live chat. Also, just dropped a review on Tino's Playroom. We built the Lego One Piece set live on stream, which we all saw, which you guys watched. A lot of you guys tuned in. Thank you guys so much. I just dropped a review of it today on the channel. Edited review, little video, just going through the whole thing. Talking about the minifigures. Look at this little shot that I'm kind of proud of the play features. I'm showing you guys how the cannon works, the stud shooter. Look at this. Include a very fun stud shooter at the front of the ship, which you can use to fire off at your least favorite minifigures. It's bam, look at that. Look at that stud shooter. Anyways, if you guys want to watch the review and subscribe to that channel, give it a like, give it a view. Bam, that is the... Here, let me share the link to the channel. But bam. Chris, you're leaving. What's happening? He knows Playroom. Yeah, subscribe. We're going to be... gaming is coming back as well. Dark Souls 2 is coming back. So, we missed that. Ooh, Chris says, anyways, I can't stay long. Chat, I might join later. Popular guy, Chris, folks. Popular guy. Brittany Simon is here, folks. Hell yeah, Brittany. The One Piece Lego. Beautiful set. Look at this thing, guys. Look at this thing. Hey, everyone. I got wanted posters. Contains your 4 wanted posters. I got Arlong. I tried a new editing style. I tried to do like a laser editing style where I literally just like laid the boat in front of me. And then I just reviewed the set kind of like this. I had a camera in front of me and I just, instead of getting like a whole bunch of B-roll and stuff, I thought this was a little bit easier. Made the filming process quicker, made the editing quicker. So since these videos don't get a lot of views, I cannot justify spending hours upon hours filming the reviews and editing them. So I found this style of editing to be good. I also found like a spinning plate that I can spin manually that I'm going to use. And I'm also going to use the carpet under all my Lego sets as like kind of my signature thing as an Arab Lego reviewer. Let's give it a little bit of Arab zing. So this carpet right here is going to be going under the Lego sets as I review them. I think it's a nice little, you know, nice little signature thing that I can do to differentiate. And I'm going to have a spinning plate. So I'm going to be able to, it's the wooden ones that you use on like your table to put like salt and sauces and stuff. So I'm going to have that so I can flip around my my Lego set a little bit more easily as I review. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, I would have found a good sort of workflow for these reviews, because I don't want them to take a lot of time to review, because again, they're not getting all the views that I would want or need them to. But again, the channel is like, it's a new channel. I much more enjoy doing the live streams, but if I want to get more eyeballs on the live streams, I need to put out some regular videos on the other channel, Tino's Playroom. So, and I do enjoy doing these Lego reviews, as long as they don't take an insane amount of time. Like the Rivendell review took way too long. There was so much B-roll. There's like 17 minifigures, and I had to film each one individually. I got to find a way to make them a bit quicker. And this is a smaller set. It was easier to film, so more manageable. A lot of the other sets that I have to review are also easier to review and more manageable, so hopefully it won't be a nightmare. For example, the Cantina set is going to be a nightmare to film and review. It's going to be crazy. Polish Pusher says, I can't buy the Going Merry set because it will make me cry. Got away for the Sunny set. It looks so... Wait, which Sunny set? It's such a beautiful set, Polish. I definitely recommend it. I certainly recommend it. Brat says, I think you have a Lego addiction. You think? Of course. Look at all the boxes of unopened Lego that I have like behind it. I got all of these to build. I'm going to be building the Batmobile this week. If you guys want to tune in, it's just going to be me building it solo. It's like 400 pieces, so it's going to be a one-stream, one-shot thing. We're going to talk Batman. We'll talk Batman movies. We're going to sit down, nerd out together. So if you guys want to watch me build the Tumbler, it's probably going to be this Wednesday, live on Tino's Playroom. Subscribe to that channel. Let's build the Tumbler. By that time, I'll have my little plate. I'll be able to film a review for that as well. It's going to be dope. Polish says, I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Listen, Polish, you live in the States. You can get this for $140. That is a steal. I had to pay $210 for this. So, like, Lego's already expensive. It's already expensive in the States, but it's so much more expensive here that now U.S. prices don't seem that bad to me. Like, now when I'm going to go visit my parents this summer, I'm gonna buy a couple of Lego sets. I'm just saying. The prices there are much lower. Brad says, Anthony, look into a Book Nook. I want to get a Book Nook, but I haven't found one that I like enough to get yet. You know what I'm saying? Dick Forrest says, where do you keep all your built Lego pieces? I built a shelf, Dick Forrest. The shelf you see behind you over here. I have a shot of it. I built a shelf literally for Lego. It is this shelf. I have my Rivendell displayed right underneath. So yeah, I built this whole shelf, but I already have more Lego sets than can fit on the shelf, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, this is all Lego talk. We will do that. We will have a Lego live stream or something on the gaming channel sometime this week. Okay, we'll nerd out over there on Tino's Playroom. Subscribe, okay? The link is pinned at the bottom of the live chat now. Pin it. I want to see the subscriber number going up like 10 subbies, okay? Anyways, I don't want to take too long to get to the main topics today. Quick note. We're almost at my 1-year anniversary of live streaming full time. I started live streaming a couple of months before I started doing it like full time when I didn't have another job. But like I lost my job officially in like June of 2025, and I started live streaming full time in July of 2025. So we're almost in 2 months. We will be in July, folks. And I just wanted to reflect for a second on where we got to. And like I was just going through Twitter and I saw this tweet of FaZe Banks only had 20 people in his chat with 42,000 live viewers while announcing his new site Market Bubble. Now, okay, for example, we currently have 70 viewers watching live. My live stream usually averages between like 100 to 200 viewers on a regular live stream. If it really pops off, we'll get to like 300 in this era. But I just wanted to say, like, those numbers to me are like pretty fucking good. Like I'm very new to this, even though I've been doing it for a year. It's still something that I'm like learning, and it's such a competitive like field. It's such an unpredictable field. It's so weird. It's such a like bizarre job to have. And like, for example, looking at this dude who everybody knows who FaZe Banks is, and for him to like be buying views and to only have 20 people in his live chat. Like, we have a very vibrant live chat community. We have an awesome community. Like, I would never want or would need to buy fake views to enjoy this. Like, I don't even know what I'm really saying right now, but like the fact that the dude only has 20 people in his live chat and I have 70 viewers right now and more than 20 people in my live chat just goes to show the quality of this community. Really enjoy you guys. And yes, like Polish Pusher said, like the stream. Like the stream. Some hello. Lemonman Cat, hello. The stream only has 6 likes. No, 28 likes, Polish. We're at 28 likes, but still, guys, give it more likes. Anyways, I just found this really sad. Like, why do you need to buy fake views and have bots on your fucking stream? Like, be realistic. Also, show other streamers, full-time viewers, what it's actually like to have a community. You can't expect to be on a live stream and jump to 1,000 or 2,000 viewers instantly. And you can't set that as the expectation for people. When you're going to start live streaming, you're going to start with like 10 live viewers, 5 live viewers, 20 live viewers, 30 live viewers. When I'm live streaming over at Tino's Playroom, we're lucky to get like 30 viewers on that channel. It's a smaller channel. It's up and coming. It's growing slowly. So I don't know. I just want to show that like this is normal. This is fine. I got 77 viewers. Couldn't be happier. Another live stream this week might get 100 viewers. Another live stream might do 200 viewers. Another one might get 500 viewers. It's all fine. It ebbs and flows. You're never going to see me bot viewers. Doesn't matter how low the viewers get or whatever. Like, if I feel like the engagement is like, shit, I need to see more successful so I can get a sponsor. Never. It's all fun. It's all good. Jess Polito says, Anthony, come live in Atlanta instead so you can do voice acting for Cartoon Network and narrate books at Audible and podcasts for iHeartRadio. I feel like AI is going to do all of that. Guys, I got some weird mosquito bites, though, at that dog shelter, and my arms are itching like crazy, and I have this weird-ass looking thing. I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol just to rub on them, just to spray on them so I don't keep itching. Bro, the cats are adorable. Maki's sleeping in like a little ball that he has, like the soft ball. And Nata is sleeping on top of that ball. Fuck. Itchy. Carmen asks, Anthony, do you still box? I do, not as often as I used to. I'm going like twice a week training. Okay. Haley says, chat, don't forget to select live chat. Anyways. Erika Kirk, let's watch this video, okay? It is time.
You're welcome to ask anything.
It was time to hide. It is so nice. It is grossly The
Charlie Kirk Show begins in 30 seconds.
Marcus says, are you sure you didn't get bit by fleas? Honestly, it could have been fleas, I guess, because this does not feel like a mosquito bite. And they've been very itchy.
You guys are
like
welcome to ask anything.
days.
Open mic, disagreement, most welcome. If you disagree, come to the front of the line. If you disagree, come to the front of the line. If you
Okay, one sec. They're not letting me pause, so... Could have been fleas, honestly. The bites are weird. The bites look weird.
Agree, you can go to the line. We'll have a great conversation here.
Who are you?
My name is Charlie Kirk, and I love America.
Why are you here?
Because I love talking with people I disagree with.
What have you done for your country?
Started an organization that's now on 1,000+ campuses to save the greatest culture and country ever to exist. I love talking to people I disagree with. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence.
Enough for the evil in this world. It seems to me that nothing will ever be enough for the evil in this world. Our country has become unrecognizable.
Oh, she's wearing a shirt. At first, when I saw like the clips on Twitter, it looked like it was like some kind of just like a black jumper, like a weird sports jacket. This is like a fully buttoned up black shirt with the buttoned up collar, and the hat says freedom. Okay, now I'm watching this in HD for the first time. This is pretty intense. An intense outfit right there. We have the same mic stand too. Look at that. This rusts, by the way. I gotta say, if you guys don't know, there's rust on this fucking mic stand already. We have the same mic stand as Erika Kirk. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? The Elgato mic stand. Overpriced and it rusts. Don't believe me? Look at that. That is rust on the mic stand. Embarrassing.
These people have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband, perverted the truth. Our country has become unrecognizable. These people have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband. They have continuously tried to assassinate the president, and anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly dishonest.
She's talking about the Democrats?
We want the best for our country. They don't. This is why Charlie started Turning Point USA in the first place. He didn't trust the radicalized liberal teachers. And this past Saturday, it was a school teacher, of all people, a school teacher, that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me?
Okay, the eyes are getting to me. It's kind of freaky. Why is she doing this? Why is she making a statement at this point? Isn't this organization like bleeding money at this point? Like, is anyone even watching Turning Point USA? Aren't they in the same situation, kind of, as like the Daily Wire? I feel like without Charlie Kirk, what even is this? Who gives a shit? Ator sends 100 ARS. Thank you so much, Ator. And says, not like Erika, like Charlie Kirk. Anthony, you are carrying the flame. We're all carrying the flame together, hand in hand.
Oh, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me.
So she went to a press event where they tell jokes, and it's like a comedy event, just to meet the journalist. Like you thought you were gonna have a one-to-one, heart-to-heart with a journalist and try to change their mind about you and Charlie Kirk. Like if someone's made fun of you, you think that like by talking to them, you're gonna change their mind?
She introduced herself, and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself." And I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
And last time, am I right?
And I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally, she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?"
Things that never happen for I'll take things that never happen for $100, Mr. Pat Sajak.
And following that conversation, it was time to take our seats, and we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets.
I can't get over the outfit, to be honest with you. And the fact that she's wearing like a collared shirt with the buttons, like the shiny ass black buttons like this with the black hat. Like, what is going on here? What is this? It's like some weird Republican superhero. It's like her origin story. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. This is like an origin story. For either, I mean, you know, for leftists, it's a villain origin story. For Republicans, this is a hero's origin story. And this is her costume. This is Erika Kirk's vigilante costume. She suits up every night, wears the black shirt, but you got to zoom in while she's buttoning up the two little things, like wears the freedom hat as the last step and starts beating up criminals in the streets. Did you kill Charlie? Starts punching people in the face. Did you kill Charlie? And her ultimate villain is Candace Owens. Candace Owens is her ultimate villain. The final issue of the 12-issue arc is her beating the living shit out of Candace Owens on some rooftop in New York City. Oh my God, dude, this would be so fucking fun. Dude, this is her costume. That's it. And yeah, did someone say The Boys? She should be on The Boys. This is like such a Boys character, man. Oh my God. Haley says she is Thanos. With all these rings, hell yeah.
Outlets to one another. So you have one table here that's Politico, and another table here that's Fox, and another table here that's WAPO, and you're all crammed together, elbow to elbow. And to make the night even more of a spectacle, every single 10-person table had 10 bottles of wine. And the president of the White House Correspondents Association, she did a great job of trying to make the...
Look, I get what they're trying to do. Like, her husband died. Her husband was a podcaster. So now she, in his honor, is going to keep it going. It's like, you can't just change the full show overnight. Like, we get it. His friends are going to come and other celebrity right-wingers are going to host a different show every night. Just call it quits. End the show with honor and dignity. You can't have the guy's wife hosting the show and no one wants to listen to you. No one paid for this shit. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Subscribers of Turning Point USA, fans of Charlie Kirk, wanted Charlie's unique brand of racism and xenophobia. Okay, they wanted to hear him say things about black people. They wanted him to shit on the gays, whatever it is he did on there. Okay, they wanted that. They don't want you dressed in this weird superhero outfit that you fashioned yourself in your home. Keo J says it's a Spider-Man or Punisher making their first makeshift ass costume. Exactly. This is her Proto 1 costume that she's doing at home before she gets the final design down. No one wants to see this crap. Just you sitting there talking weird, looking weird. Just like you just like what, celebrating your husband, eulogizing your husband every single day. Like, you got a picture of him back there. Like, that's it. He gone. Just end the show. It's over. If Ben Shapiro dies, you can't still do the Ben Shapiro show. His wife's going to come and start hosting the Ben Shapiro show? Is that what's supposed to happen? You know what I mean? No, just let it fly off into the sunset. Let it go.
Evening, have that feeling of Americana. You know, we were in a room celebrating freedom of speech despite our...
Brad sends a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Brad, for contributing to the channel at such a high level. That's so kind. Charlie's audience is completely misogynistic too. I don't know why they thought they'd keep their audience with Erika. Exactly. Like, they hate women. If Charlie Kirk has made sure of one thing, is to make his audience hate women. And his wife, I mean, look, and Erika says that she's even more conservative than he was. So they've literally nurtured this audience of racists and misogynists, and now they just expect Erika Kirk to step in when all these dudes just literally want women to be in the kitchen making them a sandwich or something. It's crazy. Poca J Rose says Erika Kirk and her burglar drip. Yeah, dude, if she had a chain, dude, her wearing a chain right now would be super extra. But she's got the rings, but if she had a gold chain around this, that would have been perfection.
differences. And the U.S. Marine Band performed the national anthem so beautifully. And then shortly thereafter, gunshots rang out and total chaos ensued. And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So Let's discuss that fact first.
Raimi Winters saying the poster is killing him. It says, "May Charlie be received into the merciful arms of Jesus, our loving Savior." I mean, look, you can put up 12 posters of Charlie Kirk. He's still gone. It's not gonna feel like it's still his show, okay? People are gonna miss him making fun of black people. So I'm sorry, Erika, unless you can step up your racism and do some anti-black rhetoric, people aren't gonna tune in.
For a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so
I don't know who pointed it out, but someone pointed out that she literally, like when Charlie Kirk got murdered, like one of his best friends and one of the Turning Point USA employees was like literally filming himself like, "Oh my God, there's a shooter here," literally doing the exact same thing she's calling out. Now look, maybe she would call that person out as well. Lemon Mincat sends a $2 super chat and says her villain name would be the American Widow, an American with KKK, the American Widow. That's a pretty good name. Haley with her own suggestion with a $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Haley and Lemon Mincat. Haley says the Scam Burglar. So we have the Scam Burglar and the American Widow. Okay, so far they're pretty good. I think I'm liking the American Widow a little bit more because it works with Black Widow, and she's American with a KKK. Lemon Mincat, that's a very good suggestion. Haley also with the Scam Burglar. That is a fine suggestion. I don't mean fine as in it's fine. I mean fine as in the British fine. It's fine.
Sensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism. And again,
ooh, Poca J Rose says White Widow. That's pretty good as well. Now there is technically a White Widow in the Marvel comics, but White Widow also works.
Ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
I mean, he's just like mentally unwell. What's she saying about him?
Into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism. And again, ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
Yeah, and you let him get access to guns. Unlimited guns. How about that, Erika?
And in his manifesto, he starts by contextualizing himself by saying, "I am a citizen of the United States of America." And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what...
You mean like your husband made a fortune doing on his fucking, on the fucking set that you're sitting at, using the very microphone you're using right now, spewing all that hatred against black people, against gay people, against trans people, against Latino people, against Palestinians, against Muslims, against anyone who's not white and Christian? You think it had a negative impact? Brat sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Brat, and says, "I'm so distracted by her outfit. What the fuck is she even talking about?" I don't even know. What is the reason for this? Is it because she was at the event and people called her out? Like, why are you going to like a comedy event? Haley with another suggestion says, "White face widow." There we go. That's a beautiful suggestion. Also, Haley was saying that Scam Burglar was not a superhero suggestion. Okay, but I will take that. I will take your white face widow as an official submission, Haley. The outfit is extremely distracting. She honestly looks like she should be in some kind of like a rap video, which is, would be very insensitive, but like...
Got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady.
Of course, let's all take a second to think of the real victim here, Melania Trump. Look, listen, lady, you want to live in a country that has no gun laws? You want to live in a country and you want to push for no gun laws? You want all Americans to open carry, to have access to weapons? You don't even want to stop people from buying guns if they've had like a criminal record or mental illnesses? This is what you get, okay? Your husband's last words was defending gun rights. He died talking about like gun violence or whatever. So listen, this is what you want at this point. When whoever gets elected next as president, if it's a Democratic president, you bet your ass there's going to be tons of assassination attempts. America has reached like a new level of like descent, of demise. The whole society there is, dude, this is such a weird bite. It's like a straight line. Bizarre. America is descending into madness. Okay, complete chaos. Political assassinations are like, to me, if I were Hassan, like Hassan Piker walking around, going to like protests and shit, terrifying. If I were Hassan Piker, I would stay fucking buried at home at this point. I don't think any single political commentator that has an audience, that is a controversial figure, should be out anywhere in public anymore in America. Legitimately, even if you're a politician and you have very divisive politics and people go fucking crazy and lose their shit on you online, you should not be out without security. No more public events. Like, that's it. I think America is at that level. Here in Lebanon, at least we know what we are. When we had public events and any politician is going to get on a stage to speak, bulletproof glass in front of him. Standard. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing over here. We know the situation. Bulletproof glass. Americans still pretend like, oh, this is America. This isn't going to happen. Oh, yeah, it's not going to happen. Everybody's getting fucking shot. President's getting shot. People are getting shot in malls. Kids are getting shot in schools. People are getting shot in churches and everywhere, bro. Synagogues, everywhere. Podcasters getting shot. President almost getting killed. And a lot of people think like the whole thing is a psyop. No, it's not. America is out of control. The only psyop is that this isn't happening every single day. Like, I don't think this was staged at all. Like, America as losing control. And I think a lot of Americans like refuse to believe it. They're like, this has to be staged. It's not. Your country is losing it. Everybody has access to guns. People are losing their jobs. People have less and less money to survive and live. The economy is going horribly wrong. You have a crazy president that spews the most hatred, propaganda, and rhetoric daily. A crazy administration. You have a media apparatus that is basically just pitting people against each other 24/7 on a 24-hour news cycle. And then people are like surprised or refuse to believe when there's like another assassination attempt on like their president. America is like a ticking time bomb. Do not be shocked. Do not be shocked. Like, it is not a psyop. It is not a psyop at all. It is definitely happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, America's not doing good. I hope you guys are doing good in the chat, but
There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful. We are all human beings. And if you can just pause.
What is up with the all black? Like, for example, in Lebanon, when someone dies, the widow or the widow will wear black for 40 days. You keep wearing black for 40 days as like a sign of respect and as a sign of mourning. Is she still wearing black like exclusively? Or she's been wearing white, right? Like, what is it with the all black thing? Ator sends another 100 ARS and says, but we had to admit that the CIA is known to push certain people into doing things like this. Yeah, sure, of course, but that was in the past. I feel like now the CIA doesn't need to push anything. Everybody's doing the pushing all the time. The media, the president, just the administration, just crazy rhetoric, crazy podcasters and random ass fucking people online, social media companies, algorithms, pushing people into like rabbit holes. You know what I mean? People becoming extremists overnight. It's crazy. Marina just gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. We got 3 brand new members today. Thank you so much, Marina. 3 new Do Not Warriors today. Well, let me see how many members we have. We're at 478. Let me update that number real quick.
And just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had...
He made a joke to the First Lady. Oh my God, the poor First Lady.
Had the glow...
Who met Donald Trump via Jeffrey Epstein and who's in a completely loveless marriage.
...of an expected widow. That she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
I can't unsee the Drewski face. Drewski has completely destroyed this woman for me, man. I can't. Is it on YouTube? Where is it? I gotta find it. All I can find now is the reactions. Oh my God, it's just these reactions. No, come on. Let's hit up YouTube real quick.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the...
And have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
He looks just like the White Chicks. He looks like Marlon Wayans in White Chicks, dude. Like if they make White Chicks 2, which I hope they are, Drewski better be in there as Erika Kirk. Like they're definitely gonna do that, right? Like they're not gonna make a White Chicks 2 without having Drewski in there as Erika Kirk. Are we gonna allow this to happen? Are we gonna allow White Chicks 2 to be filmed without Drewski being there? What kind of petition do I need to sign? What kind of protest do I need to attend to make sure that this man is in White Chicks 2?
From Chai Ice Matcha. And Bella will have all organic pup cup. Organic? Yes, everything organic. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free.
4.
Pilates.
3.
What could be whiter than that?
You good?
Nothing whiter than Pilates.
4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Get on your feet!
Okay, one sec. I just got him. Okay, no, they look pretty different than the weigh-ins. But I mean, you know. Kind of. Along with Drewski. Oh, that would be so funny. That would be so funny. Okay. Anyways.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface.
Whiteface is not a thing, lady. I'm sorry, okay? Comedians dressing up in whiteface trying to make it offensive. Plus, her face does look extra white right now, though, wearing with the all black. Like, you know, the whiteness is popping.
I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Oh my God, this is so cringy, dude. Like, who? Someone should have advised her against this. Like, lady, don't get on there. This is so fucking cringe. Who's this? Who's making? Who thinks this is cool? Who's gonna want to pick up the phone and donate to TPUSA? Who's gonna? What do they even do? What does Turning Point USA even do anymore?
To be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Like, you're just playing into Candace Owens' hand. Like, this is just gonna make Candace Owens look cooler now. You're giving her the content. You're looking cringe, wearing the stupid-ass outfit with your stupid-ass rings and that dumbass hat. And Candace Owens is living in your head rent-free.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. The most unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet...
And plus, I mean, look, again, people like her husband are the reason that people like Candace Owens are as popular as they are. You know what I mean? That whole wing of podcasters, crazy conspiracy theorists, supporting Trump no matter what. Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk, you know, famously very close friends. They love each other. Probably were in love, you know? So this is the audience that you've all cultivated together, that your husband was a part of. This weird-ass fucking right-wing that loves consuming conspiracies and shit. Yankees fan says it sends a $2 dono and says, L for Lebanon, Erika Kirk is part Lebanese. We don't talk about that. Yankees, we don't talk about that, okay? We pretend like that she's not part Lebanese. How much Lebanese is in there? Erika Kirk, part Lebanese. How much is that? Her father is of Swedish descent. Her mother is half Syrian, half Lebanese, and half Italian. Oh, so she's like... Okay, so her dad is fully Swedish, and her mom is half Syrian Lebanese and half Italian. So her mom is 1/4 Lebanese. So her mom is 1/4 Lebanese. So she's barely Lebanese. She barely counts. Barely counts. Don't worry, we good. Yankees fan, we good. Okay, we clear. Jim D. Duker sends a $10 dono. Thank you so much, Jim. Our Mukhtar, our beloved Mukhtar, super generous dono, Jim. That's crazy. It says, every time I see Drewski work, it's hilarious, punches in the right direction, and is woke as hell. He's excellent. He's fantastic. Honestly, Drewski, I discovered him late. I discovered him playing, I guess every time I see Drewski, he's doing whiteface. He was doing the NASCAR stuff. White people at a NASCAR thing. That was so fucking funny. Extremely accurate. Like, he doesn't miss. Jim, thank you so much for the generous dono. We love you. That's so fucking kind. W's in the chat for Jim D. Dukers, folks.
The media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're we're up against. What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger. This is a moment for Americans to come together and decide what kind of country.
Lady, this isn't cool. People tune in to Charlie Kirk to listen to racist shit and make fun of the wokes. You're just like lecturing them. It's like a mom lecturing their kids. Stop making fun of people. We need to be together. Stop it with the conspiracy theories about my husband. Look at all the violence. No one cares. You think people watch Charlie Kirk for that? They just wanted to be racist for a couple hours. They wanted to hear someone make racist jokes and laugh and feel okay about themselves after a long day in the coal mine or trucking. What the fuck are you doing? No one gives a shit about this. It's like lecturing people. Think racist 12-year-olds want to listen to this?
We are going to be before we lose our country altogether. In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And this is why my husband...
That's what happens, lady. You never understood your husband's content, I guess. What are you doing? Either be a racist piece of shit on the podcast, you know what I mean? Or just don't do this at all. You can't just keep a podcast running in name only just to honor someone. It's not how podcasts work. People want actual content that they want to listen to. And people like Charlie for his racist shit. So if you're not going to be racist, no one's going to watch.
Then created Turning Point USA so we could have civil discourse and debate and open dialogue, because when we stop talking to each other, bad things happen. I am choosing to fight for America, for my children, for your children, and for our humanity. Because we all need to do our part. And by the grace of God, we will succeed, and America will remain what she was always called to be, a shining city on a hill, a light to the world. So let me give you a perfect example of how it's done. My husband did it best and left us the blueprint on how to have uncomfortable conversations with those who disagree. Buckle up, everybody. Here we go.
So my stance today is on immigration. I think...
Oh my God. And what is this, like reruns of him debating people? I just want to see what the channel is all about now. So was his channel like Charlie Kirk channel or Turning Point? Charlie Kirk. Okay, so he had his own channel. There we go. What did he used to post on there? 2 hours ago. They're still posting videos on here, huh? 3K views, 1K, 1K views, 12K views, 11K views, 313K. Okay, a message from Erika Kirk. Oh, is that the video that we all watched? 13K, 10K, 9K. Damn, this shit's dying, man. No one cares about this anymore. Goddamn, bro. Yeah, I think they're gonna have the same problem as Ben Shapiro. Turning Point USA. Turning Point. Live streams 37K, 13K, 52K, 8. Damn, bro. You cannot pay staff with views like this. 20K, 18K. God, this is not for the kind of channel that this is and the kind of like teams that they have. Like, unless they're getting like, yeah, direct donations from someone. This is not good, guys. This ain't good. More views than I get, but I don't have a staff of 100 people. When did this happen? That's fucking insane, dude. Is this AI? One more time. Dude, she just stared into my soul. Like, I don't think I did anything wrong, but she has convinced me that she's disappointed in me and I need to do something better. Oh my God, dude. Okay, horrifying. Horrifying. Someone had a good tweet, like, I can't believe, like, her publicist would let her do this or whatever the fuck. I don't remember what it said exactly, but I agree. Why would anyone let Erika Kirk do what she did? Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about Daily Wire, then some weird Israel stuff, then Spinneys review, then war in Lebanon, then finally the war in Iran. That's my least interesting topic for today. I got a lot of shit that I want to catch up on, folks. The war's not going anywhere. We've done a lot of war coverage. Next, speaking of low views for TPUSA, the Daily Wire has apparently fired half of its staff in mass layoffs. This comes as co-founder Ben Shapiro has lost 85% of his YouTube audience since last year, which I find to be insane. Like, is it really 85%? How can you hemorrhage 85% of your audience? Like, that is fucking... I mean, like, H3 has lost 50 to 60% of their audience. I've not seen 85% before. That's pretty fucking crazy. And this was kind of confirmed by Candace Owens. So she tweeted, hearing that the Daily Wire laid off 50% of their staff today, over 50%, as much as I positively despise what their execs put me and my family through, there are a lot of good people that work there with families to feed who could use a prayer. Then she updates it and says, update, I'm hearing it was more like 60% absolute bloodbath. Fucking crazy. Now, I'm not shocked that the Daily Wire has lost their audience when the whole country was shifting towards like anti-Israel, like genuinely America first. Like, why are we spending, even those Americans that don't give a shit about Palestinian lives, that don't give a shit about Lebanese lives, Iranian lives, they just don't want to send Israel unlimited money anymore. That Trump ran on the idea that there weren't going to be any foreign wars, that he's going to spend all of that money, all Americans' tax dollars on America. You know what I mean? Rebuilding America, rebuilding American manufacturing, American jobs, fixing roads, fixing bridges, building new schools, building new hospitals, whatever the fuck. Okay, instead, here we are sending billions and trillions of dollars to Israel yet again while they murder and slaughter Palestinians, Lebanese people, Iranians, willy-nilly having a good time. You know what I mean? So as the whole country started to shift, like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't support Israel. You had people like Ben Shapiro still sucking all the Israeli teat, still enjoying that Israeli funding, that AIPAC money. And bit by bit, people like that lost fucking credibility. People that still supported Donald Trump through thick and thin, while some of his biggest supporters were changing their minds, while the other cool podcasters like Joe Rogan or Theo Vaughn or the Nelk boys all started to question, again, fuck all those people, all started to question their allegiance to Donald Trump and Andrew Schultz and all of those people. People like Ben Shapiro stood their ground and maintained their support with Israel. And that's what fucking happens. You lose funding. You lose support. Let's watch this Breaking Points report on the situation.
One more piece here that they wanted to get in, because I do think it ties into the way that Americans have shifted, because they've seen these lies, they've seen through the lies, they've seen the horrors on their own timelines and developed their own opinions about what our relationship with Israel should be and how we should conduct ourselves in the Middle East. So the media outlets, Daily Wire, with their most prominent personality being Ben Shapiro, has really suffered in terms of viewership in the recent years, really post October 7th, as the public and as conservatives in particular, young conservatives in particular, have shifted away from this view of we should have lockstep support for Israel. And so they just conducted significant layoffs. We don't know exactly how many.
People like Candace Owens are kind of like dominating now. Like, I think people like Ben Shapiro and I guess Erika Kirk now are seen as like, squares, just lame and boring and just towing the party line. I think the young Republicans want more rebellious content creators, people that are a little bit more maybe conspiratorial, that ask questions. You know what I'm saying? People like Ben Shapiro, who feels like he's scolding you. Like, we need to stop talking about this and we need to support Israel no matter what. And people like Erika Kirk, who's now like, we need to all hold hands and be together and talk, and there's too much violence and political. People don't want that. People want crazy conspiracies like Candace Owens, like the planes from Cairo. And, you know, Erika Kirk killed her husband. That's what American Republicans want. And Ben Shapiro's just too lame. He couldn't keep up with the times. He's still out there complaining about, like, woke movies. Netflix is having a trans kiss in a movie. That's what he's fucking complaining about. Candace Owens is taking her audience on a trip. She's questioning the whole gender of the French First Lady, getting sued by the French government, questioning whether Charlie Kirk's own wife killed him. That's content. That is entertainment right there. That's what gets the views, not Ben Shapiro doing a stupid Superman reviews. Superman, they had an allegory for Israel, and I don't like that.
Candace is out claiming like 60%. I have not seen any solid, concrete numbers.
There were layoffs for sure.
There were significant layoffs, and the number that's been floating around is actually 50%, but none of this has been confirmed. They haven't confirmed it either. But, you know, there's a lot to be said about this. Number one, first and foremost, like I said, I think the ideological positioning has been a big problem for them. And if you look at the views for Ben's show in particular, it has just really fallen off a cliff as people are, you know, increasingly, even in the conservative movement, are increasingly having a different view. And then the other piece is just like a sort of like business piece, which is that they built out this huge organization. They wanted to do children's stuff. They wanted to do movies. They did all of that.
That's true. They're currently making a movie with, God, what's his name? The guy who was in Creed 3 with Michael B. Jordan. Kang actor. Jonathan Majors. They were making a movie with Jonathan Majors where he fell out a window. Do you guys remember that? We talked about that at the Daily Wire. They hire any actor that's been expelled from Hollywood. The Daily Wire hires Jonathan Majors, Daily Wire. Look at that. He's going to fall out the window.
And camera set. Here we go, guys. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, action! No!
Like the stunt guy completely fell out the window. So yeah, he was accused of like battery or something. So any disgraced actor goes to work for the Daily Wire. They even made a movie with Gina Carano, I think, or something like that. So that's what's happening there. Domestic abuser Jonathan Majors, yeah.
Stuff. And, you know, in the non-corporate media, although they, you know, they have corporate backing, they have big billionaire backing, whatever. Anyway, it's just very difficult when you have a personality-driven company to build out all of that overhead and make it a sustainable project. So I think you have a confluence of those two things coming to a head.
People point. Yeah, trying to make animated movies, just movies in general. Like don't they have like a streaming service? They're trying to be like the Republican Netflix. Like, yeah, combine that with dropping YouTube views, changing tastes, and just a changing mindset among their own audience. Kind of makes sense that they're eating shit.
To the Ben Shapiro YouTube. Look, I mean, it's a tough business. We've all been in it. I'll say it's not been that tough for us recently, but you know, in general, I don't like to nickel and dime like, oh, he's got like 20,000 less subscribers or whatever. He's got 7 million subscribers. Okay, so that's not like the biggest indication to me. The biggest indication is a sustained drop over the last 3-year period, and the fact this company has to do layoffs. Now, why do they have to do layoffs? Because they're overcapitalized, or because they took in a ton of money. They had this big ambitious agenda, and it didn't work. Period. Right? It just did not work. And that's very clear, especially as the conservative coalition begins to fracture. And you can especially see it. I mean, Ryan got applause recently at some event with Emily, where he said that they should sanction Israel. This is a young conservative event. He got applause. Okay, so that's what the reality of what we're living in now. So that's just not really going to cut it. I also think as Trump reaches all-time low unpopularity, or all-time low popularity in the U.S., that the appetite for just like the most, like, you know, Trump can do no wrong. Like, oh, but what about the? It's like, bro, gas is $4.50 a gallon. I don't need to be hearing about some high school.
Oh shit! See the down under. See the down under, folks. Oh my God! With a gifted 50 memberships, folks. I can't believe it. Traveling in a Friday combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombie. Bow, bow, bow. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow, women plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Buy bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. Will be this flow and men chunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Lying in the den in Bombay. With a slack jaw and not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, you come from a land down under. Anyways, folks, this is fucking crazy. Cedar down under. Cedar down under, folks. We need kangaroos in the chat. We need koalas in the chat. We need Australian flags in the chat. This is what happens anytime Cedar Down Under drops a gifted. Holy shit. Bye, Dana. Thank you so much for being here, Dana. Cedar Down Under. We don't know what to say. We are not worthy. Thank you so much for the generosity. That is insane. I forgot what we were reacting to. Hope you guys enjoyed that song. Yeah, I can't. Hidden says the song is now exclusively about Cedar. I cannot hear Land Down Under without thinking of Cedar Down Under now. Cedar, I don't even know what you look like, but now I just imagine a cedar in Australia, a friendly cedar walking about Bondi Beach.
In I don't know, in Boston, right? Like, you know, it's like, that feels very trite to me right now.
The woke college kids aren't selling the way they used to.
I'm telling you this as a person who also hates that, but I'm also self-aware enough to say nobody gives a shit about CRT like curricula in a local Boston school district while gas is $4.54 a gallon. It's just the truth, right? Like, you know, what is a woman and all that ain't hitting today, in my opinion. It was a very different and specific period of time, and that's fine. But my point is just like that era of politics and content is just not going to sell in this immediate term. And their appetite, just generally from what I've been able to see, I mean, they have some good reporters and others who really do care about the news, but for a lot, you know, their main driver is going to be that type of stuff. And that's just not, it's not going to click right now, especially with Ben and especially with a lot of...
It's lame. People don't want that kind of shit. People don't want that lame-ass content.
The way that they have to try and approach the Trump administration, because for them they want influence too, and you can't be openly critical. So they're in the same spot as the Blue Anon guys were when Biden was at his nadir. Remember, like Harry Sisson. You know, sorry Harry, I know you had it on the show, and we appreciated you coming on. But my point is like those diehard Biden guys, they look like idiots. Like and when Biden, especially around.
Cedar says late again. Hey chat, the time difference suck on my end. Cedar, you know, it can be as late as you want. You always make an entrance. You're always making a special entrance in here, Cedar.
On the debate and that time period, we're like, bro, what are you doing? Like they had their audience, like a lot of, even their own like blue, you know, Democrat audience was like, hey guys, like you're really defending Biden a lot here. Like, I'm sorry, like I just don't.
Wait, Sagar said that Ben Shapiro is popular in primary schools? I missed that shit.
We really do care about the news, but for a lot, you know, their main driver is going to be era of politics and content is just not going to sell in this immediate 54 cents a gallon. It's just the truth.
Cooper, who also, you know, went independent and now
fired her.
I haven't followed that closely, but it seems like she's tried to reposition herself somewhat and have, you know, more of an independent approach in terms of her views on Israel. And, you know, she's got this very young audience. She herself is very young, so she would have more finger on the pulse there, et cetera. So that also shows the limits of what you could do, because there's no reason, putting aside whatever personal or ideological conflicts, once you're as big as Candace Owens, there's just no reason to stay. Why would you not do your own thing and make your own money and set your own terms and not have to deal with a bus? Why would you not do that? But to your point, Sagar,
you don't need a whole fucking organization to make videos. Ben Shapiro can just make videos on his own, hire an editor, maybe hire a producer, you know what I mean? Have a mini tiny operation, and he could keep the vast majority of those funds. Once you get into kind of like these are the problems that TYT, the Young Turks, have, right? You got Jank and Anna and have to pay like a whole staff of like news teams and like editors and videographers and light crew and whatever, when you got other people fucking making the content in their living room with a couple of fucking lights, and they're not paying anyone. So the advantage of YouTube and social media and making these videos is that it's very low cost. Once you start trying to make a YouTube channel resemble a TV network or like a production company, you're going to run into very high costs, and you're going to need to get a lot of views, make a lot of revenue, get a lot of sponsors, sell a lot of ad space to be able to justify that spend. This is why here at Do Not Worry, this is a little nimble corporation. I make videos. I don't need to get 100,000 views, per video, because I don't have 100 people to pay. It's a smaller operation, so it's always risky when you get into that. Like, how's TYT supposed to make their money to pay full-time salaries and like healthcare benefits and whatever to their teams? How do you do that on YouTube? Like that, to me, that would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. It's terrifying for me as a solo content creator, and it's so unpredictable to know how much money you're going to make every single month on something like YouTube. So I don't understand people like Ben Shapiro. Like, you could still get a very professional looking show with a tiny little crew. You don't need to get into fucking making right-wing cartoons. I understand the sentiment. You know what I mean? Like, they want to make their own Christian cartoons and stuff for kids. Find some other model to do it. Something that's profitable. Don't try to tie that to your YouTube channel and make it impossible for you guys to make money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of stupid.
How the woke college kids or the CRT curricula isn't selling the way it used to. That's actually a point Tucker made in his interview with the New York Times. I don't know if you listened to the whole interview, but he said, listen, I think the only thing people are going to really focus on is economics, because it's getting that dire. Whether it's AI, obviously with the Iran war, affordability crisis, that is where the energy is going to be. And if you aren't focused on that, then people are not going to be interested in what you have to say. And I think he's probably right about that.
It's just so obvious. I don't think it takes a genius really to figure it out. I mean, at the end of the day, the cultural stuff is what gets your base animated, and then you get the swing voters and others to come on your side when you convince them that things are going to be better for you, right? I mean, is the culture
cultural
can be
issues? This sounds too dismissive. I'm not saying they're not important, but it's almost like a luxury to get to focus on those sorts of debates. Because if you're just trying to make it through month to month and like survive and keep the lights on, of course that's going to be your number one concern first and foremost.
Yeah. That's why the culture war, the most culture wars that we had in my lifetime was in the 90s, because shit was fine. Like, everything was mostly fine. Now, a lot of people will get mad, but that's the truth. Okay, like most of the time. Why do you think Lewinsky was such a big scandal? Okay, when the Dow and the S&P are up so high and we're living in the unipolar moment, that's only in this very unique moment in time. Could anybody even pretend to give a shit? With about Ken Starr and Lewinsky and the wall-to-wall.
Oh, Jess Polito says he was saying that CRT isn't popular in primary schools or something stupid like that. Oh, critical race theory, right? Yeah. Like, what exactly is he doing in those schools?
Coverage. When things are really dire, nobody wants to hear it. Like, whenever we're talking about,
I'm not a huge fan of Sagar, obviously. I kind of watch the show more for Crystal. I saw a few of you guys saying that you don't like Crystal Ball anymore, the show. I like Crystal Ball. There's stuff that I don't agree with, like the Graham Plattner stuff, of course, but I can't be with American media personalities and leftists, slim pickings on YouTube, and especially for the more mainstream commentators, Crystal Ball is kind of at the top tier, along with Majority Report. They're like almost a news network, but they're not. You know what I mean? So she's almost exactly where like I am. So if there's some differences there, it's okay. I think for the most part, she's a very loud advocate for Palestine, for Lebanon. That's very important to me. So her views on Plattner are kind of shit. I don't give that much of a shit about Maine. I care about what she says about Palestine and Lebanon. She's very staunchly anti-Israel. So Crystal Ball gets a pass for a lot of other stuff, because to me that is very important at this point. And, I'm seeing the devastation firsthand that Israel causes. So anyone who's an ally, that strong of an ally in that regard, they get a pass from Anthony.
2022 controversies. I mean, imagine even trying to seriously talk about that right now. We barely have time for like vitally important stories, because we're in the middle of a global realignment war happening in not only in the Middle East, which is spiking gas to existential levels for American households. That's all anybody is going to want.
Imagine covering like the racial makeup of the Little Mermaid remake at this point.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in our own coverage.
I'm telling you, as a person,
war and economics.
This is a person who
these are the videos that Ben Shapiro would rather make. Like, I can't believe they cast a black Ariel in the Little Mermaid instead of talking about how Israel is sucking America dry. I'm
not saying I don't care about this stuff, but again, I care a lot more about the price of gas and about the ability of my fellow citizens.
Oh my God, Haley says he reminds me of you lick sniz guy. Oh my God, why would you remind me of this? Why would you remind me of the phrase you lick sniz? I thought we had all collectively forgotten it. I hadn't seen any references to it. I never mentioned that line again since that day. Why, Haley? Why would you say that?
To like not die from starvation or something like that than I do about those things. Those are just fights for another day, I think, at the current moment. But if that's all you've got in your quiver, it ain't gonna be good.
Anyways, RIP, Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro. You know, sorry about that, you piece of shit. He loves justifying war in the Middle East, so fuck him. Let's move on to Israel real quick. And then we'll get to the Spinneys review for all my Lebanese folks in the chat. I know y'all want to hear me talk about Spinneys. Maybe we do Spinneys first. Let's do the Spinneys review. Fuck it, folks. We're going to talk about Spinneys for a sec. To you guys watching from the States, it's not going to make much sense to you, okay? But let me just rant about this for a second. Spinneys is a very famous like chain of supermarkets. I believe it's like a British chain of supermarkets. Technically, they've been in Lebanon for a while. They opened a really big like a flagship store in Dubai, an area in Lebanon, in 1998. It's been around since I was a wee little boy, okay, 8 years old, and almost 20 years later, they've closed that flagship location down and moved it to another new location in another area called Antilles. It's not that far away. It's like 5 minutes away. Anyways, new building, new everything, new design. Billboards all over the country, folks. You would think that the Pope is coming to Lebanon again with this marketing campaign for the new Spinneys. Go to Spinneys. We're moving. The new, bigger and better, new and improved Spinneys. Go to Spinneys. There's traffic in the streets. People can't get anywhere because of this new Spinneys opening. Okay, you log on to social media. Every single social media influencer / content creator in Lebanon, whether they talk about food, whether their content is about toiletries, I don't know. Everyone's fucking hanging out at Spinneys making videos. So Demi and I needed to grab something from any store, and we ended up missing a couple of ones. So we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go into Spinneys. Let's check it out. And it could be fun. You know what I mean? Our little 2-minute purchasing adventure can turn into a little something like, hey, let's discover this new place. Let's see what all the hype is about. Folks, what a mistake. What a mistake. And this is going to be an honest review that no one else is going to give you on Lebanese social media because everyone's probably been paid off by Spinneys anyways. Not this guy. Nobody pays me for anything. First of all, Ator sends a $100 ARS. Only Ator pays me, folks. I have my own conspiracy theory. I'm 50-50 with Plattner. I don't think he's lying, but I do believe he's compromised and that they're going to blackmail him because of what he did in Blackwater. I would say I'm not very compromised. I think he's compromised. Ator, you know what I mean? The Nazi tattoo, being in Blackwater, going to Afghanistan multiple times in Iraq. You know, not a fan. Anyways, let's get back to the Spinneys situation. So these are some of the videos that you can watch now. If you go on like TikTok, this is all you'll see, people going to Spinneys.
لكل حدا ما قدر يوصل على سبينس من ورا كل هيدي العجقة لحتى يعرف ليش هالقد عامل ضجة أنا رح فرجيكم. واو. This guy is one of the cringiest creators of Lebanon. His name is Anthony Sargon. درج على الكهرباء. أول شيء بدي منكم تشوفوا الديسبلاي على الانترنت شو حلو. Yeah, look at these displays. Like, what, is this a supermarket for groceries or is this a movie theater? Is this a cinema? What are we doing here? So anyways, these people are impressed by anything, folks. It doesn't even matter. He's talking to this old lady. He's talking to these people because there's a Sephora, apparently. Cheese, butchery. Look at it. It's so fancy. Oh, look at that. We got booths for photos. We got photo op opportunities at a grocery store, folks. Where's the unmute button? We gotta listen to Joy to see these.
I tried it. Bonjour. The new Spinneys Antilles has a big food court, so let's discover it together. I tried it.
So everyone's making content around the food court, folks.
Et franchement, j'ai adoré, and I'm sure that all food is well too. I recommend so much les brisket buns. Il y a plein d'options, quelque chose qui fresh and prepared in front of you.
Look, brisket buns, poke, in the middle of the shopping center. We were looking for the bakery to get some bread, folks. I literally had to ask one of the waiters. There's like, you're literally walking with your groceries and there's like waiters running around serving people poke and brisket sandwiches in the middle of a grocery store, folks. Like, they put content first and they're putting like vibes and aesthetics instead of an actually practical supermarket. First of all, okay, I'm just complaining. I'm all over the place. First of all, the parking situation is dire, okay? There's barely any parking in front of of the supermarket itself, street level, okay? Where Joy is standing, right here. This guy, so this is where the parking is supposed to be. There's barely any room for any parking already, okay? And in terms of like parking, below ground parking, there's like one parking deck underground and one parking deck on the roof. It took us like 15 or 18 minutes just to get to the roof parking deck. We were literally stuck in traffic. Now I get it, okay, Anthony, but it's a brand new opening. They're hyping it up. There's gonna be a lot of people. You shouldn't have gone in the first like 10 days or something. You're gonna expect a lot of traffic. Yeah, not that much traffic. There shouldn't be a 20-minute wait in line to get to the parking deck. There's not enough parking, to be honest with you guys. It's at least visually, to me, it seemed like there was more parking before in the old location than there is here. Anyways, it's fine. You get there, you get to the top, you had to valet the car because if you wanted to wait for your own parking spot, it would have taken another 20 minutes. So we ended up valeting the car. And then when we came back to the car, the valet had the window open and the key still inside the car. So theoretically, anyone could have just opened the car door and driven off with the car. And the whole time we're in Spinneys. Look, most people don't like giving their car to a valet. Demi was the whole time was thinking like, is the valet hitting the car? Is the car gonna get hit? Like you couldn't even enjoy being in that fucking mess of a supermarket. But anyways, so valet aside, you get in there, folks, and it's like 12 floors, all escalators. I think the elevators weren't working yet or whatever. A whole bunch of fucking floors. They're building a gym there. Of course, who doesn't want to go to a gym right on top of a Spinneys? That's gonna be great. Anyways, you get to the supermarket. I'm just not gonna forget this, okay? I don't have Spinneys data, but what I would assume is the vast majority of their customers are middle-aged people, parents, boomer ladies, women in like maybe their 50s to like their 60s, or maybe in their 40s, you know, moms that are cooking for their families, that are going there because they're used to it because it's convenient, okay? They're used to that supermarket. They've been going to that same Spinneys for 20 years, doing the same thing. They know where every product is. They can shop there with their eyes closed. And now they've just completely fucked it. Folks, I cannot tell you how many frightened middle-aged women and boomer women I saw walking in that Spinneys, folks. I have not seen fear in the eyes of older women since the economic collapse, and women were like, old women are like in the supermarket, like struggling because they couldn't afford fucking shit anymore. Like they were looking at the price of cheese like, oh my god, I can't afford cheese anymore. That's when I saw that kind of fear first. I saw that same level of fear at these women walking around the Spinneys like this. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, what the fuck did you do? Literally, as Demi and I were walking into the Spinneys, there was a lady in front of us saying, hey, Spinneys, I'm la. She was saying this is the biggest mistake Spinneys has ever made in their life. Folks, you have ruined these women's lives. Lemon Mincat sends a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Lemon Mincat, and says, I have happy memories going to Spinneys with aunts. We all have happy memories going there. Folks, these women, there was the fear of God in their eyes. They're literally like this, and you could tell they're never going back there again. You think Spinneys is the only supermarket? There's a Pro Marché 5 minutes down the road. They're just gonna go there. Pro Marché, it's fucking quicker, it's easier, it's practical, it's like one floor. They don't have to go up 13 levels to get what they need. They don't have to walk through a brisket restaurant and a poke bowl restaurant to get what they need, with waiters buzzing about and influencers shooting fucking filming content in front of the bread aisle. Who needs this? They made a supermarket for content creators and for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Like, bro, at the end of the day, and I think the guy who, I don't know if he's the owner of Spinneys or the CEO, he's on Shark Tank. I think this guy thinks he's actually Mark Cuban. He's like, because I'm on Shark Tank and there's Mark. Like, dude, you're not Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is a literal billionaire. You can't turn a supermarket into like a mall. That's what they tried to do, man. I don't know. Like, I would never go back there. It was just chaotic. It was messy. Parking was a fucking nightmare. Finding whatever aisle you wanted to get to was a fucking nightmare. Waiters buzzing about. You have people just walking aimlessly, taking photos. People waiting in line for at a restaurant. You got waiters backing it up. We went to the pastry place to get a couple of croissants. Complete chaos. First of all, the croissants tasted like shit. They were overpriced as hell. They were very tiny. The guy kept telling us, well, they're supposed to weigh 70. Like, he kept talking about the weight. We're like, but there's a bigger one. There's like, yeah, but those are the 70 grams one. We paid $3 for a chocolate croissant, which was a medium-sized croissant at best, and it wasn't even like fully cooked. It was still kind of raw on the inside, and we waited like 15 minutes for the guy to figure out how to charge us for the pastries. So we also, like, for example, the whole shopping experience was horrible. We grabbed a bag of grapes, which was in a bag with a barcode. next to everything else that was next to the bag of grapes was priced. It was like fruit cups, stuff like that, cocktail cups, full of fresh fruit. Everything was priced. So we saw a bag of grapes, assumed they would be priced. We went downstairs to pay. They're like, oh, you need to go back upstairs and get this thing priced. It's like, motherfucker, we're not going to fucking do that. So we just left the fucking grapes. Just one example. Just complete chaos. Again, I just guarantee you, none of these old ladies are coming back, okay? They like convenience. And I think what they're betting on, they're like, well, we don't mind if we lose this old... I'm sure what they're thinking. Here's what the marketing team at Spinneys Lebanon is thinking. Like, well, we don't mind if we lose the older audience because now we want to get a new generation of consumer. The older boomers, we can afford to lose them. We will have the younger generation of TikTokers and content creators that are going to come to our supermarket and make it. No, motherfucker! You need old ladies to buy the fucking turkey, the fucking ham, you know what I mean? Some fucking cheese, a bit of bread, some sugar, some rice, the basics. That's what's going to do it. There's a lot more competition today. People aren't going to go out of their way to go to your fucking Spinneys with a fucking gym, a 3-story gym at a Spinneys? What? You couldn't even price the grapes? I don't know, man. The poke bar, the brisket, all of it. It was just such overkill, literally prioritizing what TikTokers would want inside of a supermarket instead of your core audience, your core customer base of middle-aged, middle-class moms. That's what you need, bro. And I just think they just turned off like 30 to 40% of their audience. Again, I'm never going to go there for like another year until it's completely died down. I want to wait nowhere for fucking traffic. I don't know, man. I was very disappointed. I thought it was kind of a shit show, a fucking clusterfuck. Let's see what these people are saying.
Big food court.
مشوا معي ورحت يمكن مشوا معي.
Bonjour, the new Spinneys Antillas has a big food court, so let's discover it together. I tried it دغري بس فتح et franchement j'ai adoré and I'm sure
and, like,
that
the food court is in the middle of the shopping section. Like, you see, look. Right, maybe not this place. I don't know what the fuck restaurant this is, but the brisket place is right in the middle of like aisles and shit.
بس فتح et franchement j'ai adoré and I'm sure that all food is well too. I recommend so much les brisket buns. Il y a plein d'options, كل شيء كتير fresh and prepared in front of you. If you know me, you know إنه ضروري كندوق كذا شغلة. Après les brisket buns جربت البوكي كمان that was also really good. كتير في فاريتي وكان عبالي جرب كل شيء بس أكيد impossible in one visit. في كمان بيتزا، فوكاشيا، بلا جوجو. Even pâté pain عندهم un stand هونيك avec une قعدة.
Yeah, pâté pain, that shit was horrible. Horrible croissant. Do not buy shit from pâté pain. I'm telling you, horrendous. Literally go anywhere else. Sophie de France, Prunelle, anyone else makes better pastries inside of the supermarket than these fuckers. Horrendous. Horrendous.
If you're a food lover like me, عن جد this new branch.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about his fucking copyrighted music, which is gonna fuck the goddamn you bastard. Anyways. Horrific.
مشوا معي ورحت يمكن على أحلى سوبر ماركت.
The show Nico. We're not gonna say anything negative about Nico, but let's see his opinion on this food court.
بلبنان لجرب الفود كورت عندهم عم بيقولوا عاملين فود كورت كتير حلو فيه كذا شغله من بيكريز قصص.
The bakery sucked. Take my word for it, folks.
اخبار في قصص ريدي تو ايت في قصص كيترينج بانطلياس سبينس. هيدا عامل بومينج رهيب هالفتره.
I mean, look at this. They're literally, man. Like they have this thing. You think a 50-year-old woman who wants to get some cheap turkey and cheese for her kids to make some sandwiches gives a shit about this? She now has to spend 10 more minutes to find a parking spot for this? Like, why would they change? Like, unless, like, if they didn't own the land, did the landlord, like, raise the prices a lot? Was he asking for an exorbitant amount of money? They were like, well, you know what? It's cheaper for us to actually move locations. Like, is that what happened? Did they just purchase this? Did they find it cheaper to, like, move? I don't know what would compel someone to leave a location that they've had for 20 years. It's such an iconic place that the whole country's used to build some kind of like a mega mall structure. Like, who gives a shit about this, man? Again, all those TikTokers, they're there now. They're making one video about it because you're paying them to. They're not going to go back and make content at Spinneys. Like, that's it. You burnt it all for like a big opening. And now people are going to go to other supermarkets. First of all, I'm not even a Spinneys customer. I am a Fadul supermarket customer, folks. Fadul is one of one. There's only one Fadul in Lebanon. It's not one of those chain supermarkets. It's small. It's compact. Everything you want is within like a 2-minute or 3-minute walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spinneys gives me a headache. It is so tiring. It is literally exhausting to get from one end to the next. And if you don't have it memorized, you're going to spend hours wandering around like a fucking idiot. I'm a Fadul man. Fadul, you have my business for life. I love Fadul. I have a 24-hour Spinneys next to me that I can also walk to, but it's like a smaller kind of like version of a Spinneys, and it's so fucking overpriced, by the way. So I only go there if I really need something. But I'm not a fan of Spinneys. But this, I would have been down for a cool new Spinneys, but like this is overkill, bro. Overkill.
معقول عجقة العملة مش معقول من محل أول شيء ليكو شو حلو. رحت لجرب الفود كورت عم بيقولوا فيه كتير قصص. فيه سكشن كيترينج، فيها ميزة لبناني، قصص سالدز، خبار، فيها قصص حتى ايجن، في سكشن سوشي، في سكشن بوكي. البوكي عنده كتير طيبة صراحة، كتير فريش.
I don't know. Can you imagine grabbing a Pokeball in the middle? Said Pokeball. That's where my mind's at. In the middle of Spinneys.
في هيدا البريسكت.
Yeah, they're trying to elevate the shopping experience. They're trying to make it, well, you know, there's grocery shopping and then there's Spinneys. It's a whole other experience. Yeah, an experience of fucking not finding what I need, not being able to pay for my grapes. And again, folks, just next time, if you ever go to Spinneys Antilles and you find a 40 to 60-year-old woman, 45 to 60, the older they are, the more scared and confused they are. Just look into their eyes. Look at the fear in their eyes, folks. They are terrified. They don't know where they are. Their hands are shaking. They're like trembling, dude. They're never going back there.
برجر ضروري تجربوها. في كمان بيتزارتي عم بيعمل بيتزاز. في الفوكاشا، ليكو شو بيشهوا الفوكاشا تبعهم كتير قوية. وفي سكشن كبيرة ريدي تو ايت. في عندكم كمان بات ايبان اخد كورنر كتير حلوة عم بيعمل قصص بيكريز كيكس.
Horrible. Pâte d'épain was honestly horrendous, guys. We got like we got some kind of a cinnamon roll, horrendous. We got 2 of the chocolate croissant. We got 2 of the cheese croissant. The cheese in there was like wet. I've never had a cheese croissant where the cheese felt wet. So everything we got from there literally was an utter failure. And it took an extra like 7 minutes for us to pay for it. Overpriced, tasted like shit, not great service.
حتى قاعدة برا كتير مهضومة. مشوا معي ورحت يمكن.
You gotta believe me, folks. You gotta believe me. And then look, there's a bigger logo for the hub. Like, you can't even tell it's a Spinneys because it just says the hub. And what is the hub? It's some kind of a gym. They built some kind of like a fancy gym in there. Like, anyways. You know what? I might go film a video. I might do an IRL stream at Spinneys myself, and I'm going to show you guys, if they let me in, I am going to show you guys how much of a shit show that place is. Goddamn Spinneys.
احنا صفينا على السطح بس كان في كتير عجقه. رجعنا صفينا بالباركينج اللي تحت الارض لان كانوا مفول على الاخر.
Look, so this guy tried to park on the roof and they couldn't, so they had to go back downstairs to park. I don't think there's enough parking in this place, man. Look, dude, and the elevators weren't working, so we spent like an hour just taking escalators getting around this place, dude. And so yeah, this is where they're gonna be opening that gym on like the left side here. That's where the gym is gonna be apparently. And like, yeah, there's a Sephora, there's a skin center. I don't know, guys. Give me a little cozy neighborhood grocery store than like whatever the fuck this is. What other Spinneys content can I find? Let's see.
سبينس أنتليس فرحت لشوفه تاني نهار بس فتح وما فيني أخبركم العجقة اللي كان عاملها على الأوتوستراد كيف مسكر السير بس كرمال العالم تروح. I'm really proud إنه بلبنان عم يفتحوا هيك شيء.
Spinneys home, yeah, they have a little. I mean, look, this little home section is nice. I don't mind these things.
هو أكتر لايك مول من إنه يكون سوبر ماركت. جوا بتلاقوا كل شيء بدكم إياه من إلكترونيكس لقصص للبيت. سكين سنتر فيه براندز.
Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on the Spinneys thing. Spinneys, if you want to sponsor the show, feel free, you know what I mean? We're always accepting sponsors. I'm kidding. Maybe we'll do, would you guys want, let me put a poll in the chat. Start a poll. They're not going to let me in there, but let's try. Should I do a Spinneys IRL stream? Yes, no. Maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Let us know what you guys think. But yes, while TikTok would want you to believe that this Spinneys is God's latest gift to humanity. It is not. I went there. It's overwhelming. Parking is a nightmare. Takes forever. Huge. It takes forever to get from one place to the next. It's disorganized, chaotic. You got waiters running around, and I had to ask one of the fucking waiters from the brisket place where the bread was. And he was like, I don't know. Ask one of the employees. Like, no one knows shit over there. And it wasn't open for like 2 days. It was open for like 10 days when I went. Okay? Imagine the shame of asking a waiter running around from the brisket restaurant, hey, where can I find some bread? He's like, I don't know, man. It was horrible. Embarrassing. Haley D sends a $2 super chat and says, happy anniversaries in chat for a shot. Ooh, what kind of anniversary? 5th wedding anniversary. Holy shit. T-Talk with Chuck. Congratulations on your 5th wedding anniversary. Let's go. Congratulations. Okay, what next? Okay. Now with the Spinneys stuff out of the way. If I remember other stuff about Spinneys, I will bring it up. So far we have 20 votes. 80%, 83% want an IRL Spinneys stream. The rest do not. I mean, hey, I could get some grocery shopping done, you know, while I'm there. MMC's here. Miles Murphy Cork. Along with our other Irish friend, Dick in the Forest, or Dick Forest, what's it called? Forest Dick? Okay, we're going to move on and quickly cover some Israel stuff, folks, okay? Some Israeli stuff.
Do not
worry. Sorry, guys, sorry. Sorry. Israeli police say that a 36-year-old Jewish man has been arrested over this assault on a French nun in occupied East Jerusalem. Video shows her being shoved to the ground and kicked, renewing concern over violence against Israel's religious minorities. Trigger warning. Ow, dude, what the fuck, man? She hit her head on the thing. And look at that fucking guy just walking there calmly, not even running towards the lady to see if she's okay. What a fucking coward. Oh my god. Yeah, beat his ass, dude. Beat his fucking ass. Why'd they cut the camera short? Yeah, kicks him. There you go. Fucking kick him. Dude, insane fucking people, man. Crazy, dude. Oh. Ben Gvir celebrated his 50th birthday yesterday with many government ministers in attendance and Netanyahu calling to wish him a happy birthday. This was the cake that they made him. This is the guy who has made it into law that Palestinians accused of a crime, the same crime that an Israeli would be accused of, a Jewish Israeli, would be sentenced to death. There's a death penalty in Israel for Palestinians, but no death penalty for Jewish people. Insane. Look at that fucking cake. You have a noose on top of the cake. You have 2 pistols around the, Israel, the Israeli, country, Palestine, basically. You have his face in a fucking golden frame. Insane. Just an insane cake. To have a noose on top of your birthday cake. Like, what kind of an insane person would make that? This cake was made by his wife, apparently. I thought I had another. Oh, I thought I had another angle of the cake. No. 1 second, guys. I gotta find the other cake angle. Are you kidding me? Where's the cake? Oh, I got the wrong tweet. I got this tweet instead of the cake. God damn it. Stanley Tucci, damn you. Anyways, here's Benjamin Netanyahu at the gym.
להתאמן. בוקר טוב. בוקר טוב. אפשר להפריע לך באימון?
This has got to be AI. The motherfucker's definitely dead.
אתה יכול, אבל תצטרך לעבוד קשה. ולהפריע לך בלו"ז שלך היום, להתלוות? תתחיל בבוקר כמעט כל...
It's like Ethan Klein working out.
כל בוקר פה.
Is there even any weight on this, man?
חדר הכושר, ואחר כך תצטרף, כן, אשמח לראות. להתאמן, לא לוותר. אתם מסוגלים להרבה יותר ממה שאתם חושבים. קצת מדרגות. יש לך מעלית, מדרגות, תלך במדרגות.
This makes me not want to get old.
כל כך דיים. אתה רוצה את השייקים המגעילים האלה?
לא. עכשיו יראו את זה ולא יאמינו שאתה מקלף את זה לבד, ראש הממשלה.
What happened to boiled egg, you nasty fuck? Don't choke on that egg. Okay. FIFA chief. God, this fucking guy. FIFA chief tries and fails to get Palestinian and Israeli Football Association delegates to shake hands. I forget this guy's name. What's his name? God, what's his fucking name? So this is the Israeli delegate. This is the Palestinian delegate. He's trying to get them to shake hands on stage to make some kind of fucking statement. Look, football unites the world. Football creates peace. What's this guy's name? Fantino? This guy's like, no, thank you. I'm good. Carmine Infantino, is that his name? Is it Carmine Infantino? So here's why this is problematic. Tyler Oakley had a good tweet. He says, fuck this. If the Palestinian delegate complies, he validates his oppressor for the comfort of the room. If the Palestinian delegate refuses, he's framed as the reason for tension. The tension exists because apartheid, Israel's genocide of Palestinians. Exactly. So if he agrees to shake the guy's hand, he's basically saying, well, I don't mind the genocide that you're doing. He's basically co-signing the genocide of Palestinians in Gaza, Israel's war on Lebanon and Israel, all that sort of shit. So he can't just shake the guy's hand. You know what I mean? Because that literally, he spits in the face of Palestine, of Palestinians, of resistance, of the struggle, of the hundreds of thousands of victims of the Gaza genocide. He can't shake the guy's hand. And if he doesn't shake the guy's hand like he did, he's blamed for being like a party pooper, like a buzzkill. Oh, boo, look at that. But the Israeli was willing to shake your hand. Why don't you just shake his hand? Because it's fucking complicated. Because if you that handshake means that it's okay. What you're doing in Palestine and Gaza is justified. It's all right. I forgive you. I'm willing to be your friend. That's what that handshake would fucking say. So no, he can't shake his fucking hand. But putting him in that position makes him seem like a fucking buzzkill. Like, oh, boo, but look, the Israeli wants peace. The Israeli's willing to shake your hand. Well, guess what? The Israeli's also the one committing the genocide. The Israeli's the one with all the fucking power. So the Israeli can extend his hand all day fucking long. It's the same with fucking Lebanon right now. They're trying to have like the Lebanese president meet with Netanyahu. We're not coming from a position of strength. We're coming from a position of weakness. So the Israelis can act like, oh, we want peace. They're the problem. Hezbollah is the problem. Hamas is the problem. It's the same fucking situation. You can't shake hands with a fucking Israeli on stage as a Palestinian delegate because it means that you approve of what the Israelis are doing. You are co-signing their crimes, their genocide. You can't do it. And this guy's in a lose-lose position. Again, if he shakes his hand, he's seen as a traitor, which he would be. And if he doesn't shake his hand, oh, boo, he's a party pooper. Oh, no, this was supposed to bring the world together. So, horrible. Horrific. And of course, to add context to the situation is Zionist extraordinaire Nas Daily, that little self-hating Arab fucker. Let's see what he had to say. Let me add context here. Palestinians are afraid of each other. To be seen with an Israeli in a picture is the greatest sin imaginable. You will be disowned, even if the Israeli delegate is actually another Arab. You motherfucker, it doesn't matter if he's another Arab. If the Israeli delegate agrees with what's happening in Gaza, if the Israeli delegate believes in a Jewish majority state, that means that your delegate is a fucking Zionist, genocidal piece of shit. Do you understand? He says Palestinians are willing to embrace a former porn star who degraded Islam, Mia Khalifa, or an actual rapist like Andrew Tate, than be seen in a picture with an Israeli. Well, you know what, Nas Daily? You might disagree with porn stars, and I have my own opinions about adult stars, and if I would want to act in an adult film, or if I would be comfortable dating someone who is an adult star, we can all have our opinions on that. But I would much rather support an adult star And I think there's way less, I think filming porn, I think making pornography is way less bad than killing women and children. There's a scale. You know what I mean? Some people argue that pornography can be great. So to compare someone making consensual adult films, which you can have your own moral issues with, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, but to compare genocide with Mia Khalifa, are you fucking kidding me? Or to compare Andrew Tate is harmful. He's harmful to kids. He's harmful to women. He puts out very misogynistic content. He is affecting young men in a very negative way. He's still not directly murdering women and children. Now, Andrew Tate has been accused of rape and smuggling. He's not a good example to use. I'll admit that. Okay? But what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? Mark says she's a way better person than this guy will ever be. Of course. And if I'm not mistaken, Mia Khalifa follows me on Twitter. So, I don't know how she discovered me or if she's ever seen any of my content. Maybe she just has seen a couple of my tweets, but that was just surprising to me. Anyways. So it's time for self-reflection. Fuck you, man. Oh, Gianni Infantino. That's his name. Gianni Infantino. Yeah. Fucking dumbass asshole. Putting this guy in such a difficult position. And here's Smotrich, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, talking about his son. He says, my son keeps asking me not to finish the job so that there will be still something left for him to do in Lebanon. Yeah, shut the fuck up. His son has a piece of shrapnel embedded in his fucking liver, and he got that in South Lebanon. You dumbass bitch. And he says, don't worry, there will be enough for everyone. This is how they talk about Lebanon, folks. Look at this. You have to see, read the subtitles.
בוא נתחיל אולי מהכי חשוב, הבן שלך נפצע בלבנון?
כן, ברוך השם, הוא עכשיו בשיקום, הדסה הר הצופים, משתפר בקצב מהיר מאוד. מקווים שתוך שבועיים סדר גודל ישתחרר, יעבור אחר כך לאשפוז יום, זאת ייקח כמה חודשים.
אבל הוא אמור, לפי מה שאומרים, הכל בסדר?
ברוך השם ובעזרתו, הוא יחזור לאיתנו. הוא מבקש ממני כל הזמן שלא נסיים את העבודה ונשאיר לו גם עוד מה לעשות בלבנון, ובזה אני אומר לו, אל תדאג, יהיה מספיק לכולם.
הבן שלך נפצע בלבנון?
Thank you very much for coming. Let's start. Maybe that's the most important question. Your son was injured in Lebanon.
כן, ברוך השם, הוא עכשיו בשיקום.
Yes, Baruch, the song's now in rehabilitation.
משתפר בקצב מהיר מאוד.
He's improving at a very fast pace.
מקווים שתוך שבועיים סדר גודל
We hope that within 2 weeks, an order of magnitude, he will be released.
יעבור אחר כך לאשפוז יום, זאת ייקח כמה חודשים.
Transferred to the hospital later one day. It will take a few months.
אבל הוא אמור, לפי מה שאומרים, הכל בסדר?
But he's supposed to, according to put everything in the hands of God, and with his help, he will return to us.
מבקש ממני כל הזמן שלא נסיים את העבודה ונשאיר.
He keeps asking me not to finish the work and leave him more to do in our hearts. And with this I tell him, don't worry. There will be enough for everyone. He will come back with the help of God to fight. There is a lot of complete recovery. There's a lot to do in Lebanon, don't worry. Eidib Ibnak, your fucking family, I hope your son, whatever shrapnel is in his body gets some kind of fucking infection. It spreads all over his body. In Minecraft, of course. Allah khido. Khidna ya Allah. Khido. We're going to talk about Lebanon real quick, and just quick update. I don't watch Formula 1. I don't watch racing, but I just saw this on my Twitter, folks. A Lebanese guy won. What did he win? So his name is, one second, Christopher Frale. Let me make sure. His name is Christopher El Frale, folks. Lebanese, like a Formula, not Formula 1. Let me see what this is. Someone was asking what this is. Euro Cup 3. So this is Euro Cup 3. He drives in the Euro Cup 3 series. I don't know what it is. He came in first place, folks. Look at that. We have a Lebanese driver came in first place in the Euro Cup 3. They're playing the Lebanese national anthem. So, I mean, I guess if this guy keeps doing well, he can eventually end up in Formula 1, right? Like, isn't that how it works? That's fucking crazy. Look at that. I don't know if any of you guys watch this, if any of you guys recognize this guy, but Mabruk. Proud of you, man. Look at that. Beat an American. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I do not recognize this flag. Is that Indonesia? Where's this guy from?
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Say.
Thailand. Dope, Thailand. Haley says, why are Lebanese people models? I'm tired of this. What can I say, Haley? Lebanese people have good genes. Okay, we are the ancient peoples of Christ and of everyone and of Muhammad, all the prophets. All the prophets. Some sad news. ابنه لعبده فغالي. Who's Abdo Frale? Oh, Abdo Frale is a driver. Okay. Abdo Frale is a Red Bull Motorsport athlete and rally driver. Okay, so he's the son of another Lebanese driver. Okay, dope. So he's this guy's son. So this guy, 186K followers. He's a Red Bull Motorsport athlete, rally, hill climb champion, Guinness record holder's longest drift. Ooh, dope. Okay, so this guy is coming from a long line of drivers. Okay, awesome. Okay, dope. Very cool. Mabruk. And moving on to some sad news, as we saw a young Lebanese man being celebrated for his skills. This is super random. Like, I saw this. I don't know why there's been a lot of Lebanese victims, but I don't know why this kind of touched me, folks. Dortmund, Lebanon. This is a Dortmund fan club, okay, for the Dortmund football club. Like, this is how just sad this is, okay? It says, we are deeply saddened to share the loss of one of our own. Today, our dear fan club member, Abd al-Munhayim Moghnieh, was killed by an Israeli airstrike in South Lebanon, a fan of Black Yellow and a member of Cedars of Dortmund. He once told us about his dream to travel to Dortmund and attend a match at Signal Iduna Park, a dream he carried with him, but sadly he was taken from us before he could fulfill it. Abed was more than just a fan. He was part of our family since joining the club in 2021. He never missed a gathering in Beirut, never missed a match, and was always there with us, sharing every moment, every goal, every emotion. Rest in peace, Abed. You will never be forgotten. Like, this dude just wanted to enjoy his love of football. I don't even watch football. I don't watch Champions League or any of this shit. I could not care less about Dortmund, the Dortmund football club. But look at this. Just a happy fan, man. Look at that smile, dude. Just a happy kid. He was 22 years old. Oh my God, dude. 22 years old. Just a fan of Dortmund, man. Just a fan of football. So, to the Dortmund Lebanon fan club, I would like to extend my deepest condolences for the loss of your awesome member, Abed Moghnieh. Such a young man. Beautiful young man. Look at that smile, man. Dortmund is in the Bundesliga. Billy Beelzebub clarifies. Yeah, the Bundesliga in German. So, R.I.P. Oh yeah, they wrote rest in peace. They wrote it wrong. Haley, thank you for correcting them. Yeah, we gotta cut him some slack, Haley. We'll cut him some slack. But yeah, rest in peace. That's insensitive, guys. The U.S. Embassy of Beirut. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Look at what the U.S. Embassy in Beirut sent out on Twitter. Lebanon stands at a crossroads. Its people have a historic opportunity to reclaim their country and shape their future as a truly sovereign, independent nation. Direct engagement between Lebanon and Israel, two neighboring countries that should have never been at war, can mark the beginning of a national revival. So the U.S. Embassy in Beirut is spreading fucking propaganda, trying to get Lebanese people to be okay with the idea of peace and normalization with Israel. They're saying we should never have been at war. Yeah, you should have told Israel never to invade Lebanon, you motherfuckers. The extended cessation of hostilities achieved at the personal request of President Trump has given Lebanon the space and the opportunity to put all of its legitimate demands on the table with the full attention of the United States government. A direct meeting between President Aoun and President Minister Netanyahu, facilitated by President Trump, would give Lebanon the chance to secure concrete guarantees on full sovereignty, territorial integrity, secure borders, humanitarian and reconstruction support, and the complete restoration of the Lebanese state authority over every inch of its territory, guaranteed by the United States. Fuck you and your fucking guarantees. What does a guarantee from the United States and Israel fucking mean? It means fucking dick. Israelis and Americans murder diplomats that are trying to make peace deals. Israelis and Americans do not respect a single ceasefire deal. Israel, let's not forget, 15,000 ceasefire violations over 14 months. They're currently bombing the living fuck out of Lebanon during a ceasefire. So what the fuck are we talking about here? And look at that, how they're pushing for a meeting between our president and Netanyahu, giving Lebanon a chance to guarantee sovereignty. So, like, we're only going to get peace on the condition that we meet with the Israelis and we succumb to their demands. We completely capitulate to their demands by agreeing with them to disarm Hezbollah, by turning the Lebanese military versus Hezbollah, leading our country to fucking civil war just so we can get our very own land back and the gas that they're stealing from our own waters. Fuck these assholes. Jesus Christ, dude. This is Lebanon's moment to decide its own destiny, one which belongs to all its people. The United States is ready to stand with Lebanon as it seizes the opportunity with confidence and wisdom. The time for hesitation is over. I just wrote, fuck you. We got Nadim Mournier, who says, come on, be logical. Nobody wants to meet with a war criminal like Netanyahu. Stop pushing that maximum American mediation. Let's be logical here, lads. Exactly. Talking about peace is one thing. Being like, hey, Lebanon should be at peace with Israel, and that's all one thing. And yeah, we should technically be at peace because we don't want to be at war with Israel forever, you know? But by being like, hey, your president should meet with them, and let's join forces in ridding your country of your only resistance that was only created because of Israeli invasions of Lebanon. But let's not talk about that. Anyways, fuck the U.S. Embassy. Let's see what Hala Jabir had to say about that. Hala Jabir says, the U.S. Embassy in Beirut just crossed every red line. It is openly pressuring Lebanon to hold a direct meeting between President Aoun and wanted war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu. The same Netanyahu whose army has displaced over 1.2 million southern Lebanese, demolished entire towns and villages, killed thousands, and continues daily violations even under the so-called ceasefire. The audacity is staggering. A huge segment of the Lebanese people will never accept a cheap photo op to help Netanyahu launder his crimes. And exactly, if our president stands and takes a photo next to Netanyahu, we are literally telling the world that we're okay with what's happening in Gaza. We co-sign Israeli crimes in Palestine and right here in southern Lebanon. We're telling the world that we're okay with Israel killing fellow Lebanese people, fellow Lebanese citizens, women, children, men, innocent people. Trump's so-called concrete guarantees are worthless. They are not worth the paper they are written on. His track record of broken promises in Lebanon and across the region proves it. Leave every inch of Lebanese territory, withdraw fully, free the prisoners, stop all violations, rebuild what you destroyed, pay reparations for every death and every home razed. Only then and only after Israel proves it can actually behave can anyone talk about the next stage. That decision belongs to Lebanon alone, not Washington. Until that day, the answer is no, never. Fucking amen. That is such a strong and powerful statement by Hala. Exactly. For every single reason that she has stated and for everything that we've been talking about over the last 2 months, Israel continues to bomb the living shit out of Lebanon, defying our sovereignty, flying over our airspace, drones, jets. Let me just show you real quick what happened just 2 days ago. This was on May the 2nd, so 2 days ago. Israel kills 41 and injures 40. Israel kills 41 and injures 89 in 24 hours, including women and children. That's in Lebanon, folks. That is during a ceasefire. Lebanon's health ministry said that at least 41 people were killed and 89 wounded over the past 24 hours, bringing the total deaths since March 2 to more than 2,659 killed since March 2nd, folks. 2 months and 8,183 injured. Israeli forces carried out widespread airstrikes and artillery shelling across southern Lebanon near the Israeli border on Friday and Saturday, killing dozens. At least 3 were killed in a dawn strike of Al-Wayzi in the Jazin district. Crazy. Look at that. Israeli army destroyed 100 years of old historic religious community center in the village of Nour. Sayyid Musa al-Sadr, Sheikh Raghib Harb, and Sayyid Abbas al-Musawi, and many other historic leaders of Lebanon and Lebanese resistance gave speeches in it. It's crazy, dude. So how can you kill 41 people in one day during a ceasefire? Someone explain that to me. How does it still qualify as a ceasefire? It never qualified as a ceasefire. They violated it since day one, but this is beyond mockery. 41 dead and 89 injuries in 24 hours, and you're calling this a fucking ceasefire? Are you fucking shitting me right now? Sorry for all the cursing. I just don't know what the fuck to say. Zachary Foster says if 41 Jews were killed in 24 hours, it would be called the nth worst anti-Semitic massacre since the Holocaust. When 41 Lebanese are killed by Israel in 24 hours, it is called a ceasefire. How crazy is that shit? I just wanted to show you a statement about our president. So the U.S. Embassy and the Israelis, they want the president to meet with Netanyahu. This is the latest news from that. Breaking: Lebanese President Nour said that the timing is not currently suitable for a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, adding, "We must first reach a security agreement and stop Israeli attacks against us before raising the issue of a meeting between us." So he's still trying to postpone. He's still trying to delay. In my opinion, they should never meet. But at least he's not capitulating just yet, okay? This was kind of a funny tweet by Alex Jones, ironically. Sarah, good night. Alex Jones says, shares this video. This is the Christian town of Yarun being bombed by Israelis. Oh, look at that. It's an Israeli tractor destroying a church in the Christian town of Yarun. So Alex Jones says, I 100% support the Israeli government's systematic destruction of 35,000 Christian homes and churches in southern Lebanon. Video: Israeli invasion forces leveled the historic monastery and school belonging to the Sisters of the Holy Savior in the southern Lebanese border village of Yarun. Why is the Western media not broadcasting the heroic humanitarian efforts of Benjamin Netanyahu? I'm so proud of the Israeli ambassador to the United States, Mike Huckabee. So he's being a little bit sarcastic here. And again, fuck Alex Jones, of course. But the fact that someone like Alex Jones, who is incapable of making a serious statement, can see the absurdity in this situation, it just tells you how crazy this whole thing is. Fight broke out on Lebanese TV. Let's watch that real quick. This happens all the time, folks. On Lebanese news, it's the best. We always get these fights. Let's see. We have a pro-Hezbollah versus an anti-Hezbollah guy. Let's see what happens. They're both accusing each other of being like traitors. You're the traitor. No, you're the traitor. So he grabbed the glass and threw it at him. Fuck, man. Look at that. That guy's a coward, though. If someone throws something at you, you should punch him in the face. Look at that. Like, he should have, honestly, once the guy threw something at you, you have every right to just fucking grab him and punch him. And he's even, like, doing, like, the finger thing. Like, bro, grab him. Like, minak enta talala, you're fucking lifting a finger. I don't know who's on whose side here, but, like, he throws something at you, you grab him, and you beat him up. This guy was way too respectful. And it's the guy who threw something that went at him, and, like, he was pushing him more. Dude, you grab him and you kill him. I'm sorry, dude. You grab him and you smash his face into the desk. I don't know why I'm feeling so angry right now. But like, goddamn. What is this? He could have cut his eye, dude. He could have done something horrible, throwing a fucking glass at someone's face. God, I hate him so much. He's pissing me off. Like, I wish I could defend this guy on his behalf. I hate him. Oh, look, fuck. Israelis blew up a popular tourist destination, El Safina. It's a boat restaurant and cafe in South Lebanon. They destroyed it, folks. Look, it's literally like a boat. What are they going to say? Hezbollah was firing rockets from this boat restaurant? Dude, I would have loved to eat there. Are you shitting me? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you destroy this beautiful restaurant? I don't know, man. I hate this. I don't like this at all. Let's get him back, though. Here's footage of a Hezbollah strike drone destroying an Israeli tank. Bang! Let's go! Ooh, getting closer. Getting closer. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Israeli tank. Bye-bye. You're fired. Look at that. Look at that American tax money going up in flames. Oh, your tax dollars, folks. There they go. There they go. Oh, no. Let's all be sad in the chat, folks. So these are Israeli soldiers in Lebanon burning a Lebanese flag? Look at that. You're not in Beirut, Lebanon. They're chilling on our balcony, too. This is enraging, folks. They are on our land, on someone's balcony, holding our flag, burning it, surrounded by complete and utter destruction that they've caused. Oh, my Lord. Red triangle, red triangle. Red triangle, red triangle, red triangle. Red triangle, red triangle. Listen, guys, the things that we can't take care of, I don't always believe in a higher power. Actually, almost never. But in moments like these, it makes me wish there was a higher power. It really makes me hope there's a higher power. Someone up there watching closely, taking note. You know what I mean? Writing the shit down. Perhaps in Death Note. But this is, this ain't right. And is this like Byblos? Are these like our ruins behind them? Our beautiful fucking ruins? Also, this random shit looted by Israeli soldiers from a home in Kfar Kila in Lebanon. Some alligators. And like a souvenir bag. It's like taxidermied alligators or crocodiles. So this was a quote tweet from this. So for some reason, like this tweet of mine went viral again. People were sharing this again.
Raving about the olives there.
Remember this?
Now,
these fuckers?
My husband recently got back from Lebanon and he was raving about the olives there. Now, we don't have an olive tree in our front yard anymore, but these Lebanese-style marinated olives taste great, made with olives. So easy, so tame.
Don't forget, this fucker was serving in Lebanon. He was in Lebanon as part of the IDF. So my husband went to Lebanon and loved the olives. What she's saying is he ransacked like some random family's home and tried the olives from their house. He didn't go to a fucking Lebanese restaurant. He didn't go to a Lebanese convenience store and bought the olives there. They ate them straight from people's kitchens, and he brought back the recipe.
My husband recently got back from Lebanon, and he was raving about the olives there. Now, we don't have an olive tree in our front yard anymore, but these Lebanese-style marinated olives taste great, made with olives from a can. You want to go for a good quality olive oil, lots of fresh parsley and garlic, chili pepper flakes, dried oregano, and red wine vinegar for all the flavor. So easy, so...
For all the flavor. All the flavor. My husband, he brought these olives back from Lebanon. Oh my God, I'm from Michigan.
So tame. My husband recently...
So yeah, so this tweet started to get like likes again. So because it was a quote tweet of this BM guy. So I don't know what happened, but I guess this reminded them of that. You know what I mean? People, Israelis walking around, stealing our shit from our homes, taking videos in our homes. Go fry. So my husband, who's in the IDF, is really a really good guy. And like, I just really love him so much. And he's just such a good father to our children. And he's just such a good man of the house. Breaking, a video has been released showing an Israeli excavator demolishing the historic nuns monastery and Christian school in Lebanon. This is the deliberate attempt to eliminate Christian sites in Yarun, South Lebanon. This is the video that Alex Jones was commenting on. Look at this, a monastery. Are Hezbollah firing rockets from out there? Benjamin Netanyahu and Ben Gvir, Khwet Sharmuta. Finally, I have to talk about this. I have to talk about this. This is a video released by Political Pen. Political Pen is a pro-Zionist, pro-Israel, pro-US, anti-Lebanon political commentary page. It is operated by a guy called Pierre Nahas, who is a complete Zionist weirdo. He also released like a very weird video with a sister where they're like dancing and like hugging and like almost kissing. A very strange video to release with your sister, Pierre Nahas, by the way. I have it somewhere. Can I find that video again? Let me see if I have it on my phone. Just quick. I'll resend it to myself. Don't worry. Pierre Nahas. No, it's not on here. But we'll find it. It's on some database. We've reacted to it on the channel before. You must have seen it. Him dancing with his sister, acting really weird. Anyways, so this is the kind of video that he loves putting out on his page, encouraging Lebanese people to love Israel. Look at this. Look at this fucking video. Do the Lebanese want peace with Israel? Look at this video. Okay?
إذا صار في سلام بيكون كتير منيح لأنه بدنا نروح على إسرائيل نحن بدنا نزور القدس.
Look at that fucking... Okay, sorry, guys. I'm going to insult every single person in this video. Look at this fucking lady here. If peace is achieved, that would be very positive. We would want to go to Israel. Oh, you'd want to go visit a country that is currently bombing your people and that has just committed a fucking genocide. You're okay with that? بدك تشوف القدس؟ هذا اللي بيهمك؟ قارب العالم bro.
إذا صار في سلام بيكون كتير منيح لأنه بدنا نروح على إسرائيل نحن بدنا نزور القدس.
بدنا نروح على إسرائيل نحن روح لحالك. روح على إسرائيل لحالك. انت مين معنا بيرو مينك what the fuck is this guy
مش غلط they party like
مش غلط ايه مش غلط بنزل على اسرائيل ليش لا اخي بنزل على تل ابيب ليش لا look at this what is she saying
they party like us they talk like us عندهم قيمة للمرة مثل
they talk like us with what تمهم لوقة هيك بيحكوا is that what you mean they talk like us with a bent mouth Sorry about that, but like you start saying once you start praising Israelis, I ain't got nothing nice to say about you, lady. Hek Azdik? What is happening? Where's that mouth going? Did she have a stroke in half her face? Is she Sylvester Stallone's long-lost daughter? Half her face is functioning, the other half isn't. No offense if anyone's had a stroke, folks. Strokes are not a joking matter. I just don't like these people.
They party like us. They talk like us. عندهم قيمة.
They talk like us? What's like us? Do they say like or do they say like? You can't even speak English, lady.
us عندهم قيمة للمرة مثلنا. us عندهم قيمة. They talk like us. عندهم.
They talk like us. They talk like us. They talk like that. They talk like that. Sorry, guys. I just can't help it. They party like us. That's a great reason. Forget the fact that they commit genocides. They party like us. They like to dance to shitty techno like us. So I want to go to Israel. I want to ignore every crime against humanity that they have committed because they party like us and they talk like us.
Party like us. They talk like us. عندهم قيمة للمرة مثلنا.
They value women. Of course, the Israelis value women historically. Israelis who have massacred how many tens of thousands of women in Gaza? How many women have they killed? Lady? How many women have they killed? How many little girls have they murdered? How many women in Lebanon have they killed? They value women? They value women? A country that murders tens of thousands of women cannot value women in any way, shape, or form.
They party like us. They talk like us. عندهم قيمة للمرة مثلنا.
على فلسطين مش إسرائيل.
في دول.
Oh, that guy. I get that guy. Dope. Okay, this guy's based. He said, I'll go to Palestine, not Israel. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I like this guy.
على فلسطين مش إسرائيل.
في دول عربية كتير عم نتسلم مع إسرائيل.
لنا 50 سنة حرب بدنا نخلص.
بشرب بيرة بتل أبيب إذا في سلام ليش لا؟
Bishop Bira, I'll have a beer in Israel if there's peace. Oh, why not? Hey, great. Khalas, peace. Kenze Amis. Khalas, we're good. Doesn't give a shit. It doesn't matter what your country's done in the past. It doesn't matter what the country stands for. It doesn't matter what Israeli society does. Khalas, there's peace. I'm gonna go have a beer in Tel Aviv. Khayi. Ruh. Go to Tel Aviv. Stay there. Why don't you stay there?
منصيف بتل أبيب كمان. إيه منشرب بيرة. نصيف بتل أبيب بحسها صعبة.
Look, honestly, I think half these people are just idiots. They're just being coerced into answering these questions. They got some lady there. Look, you can see it's a woman's hand asking the questions. These guys are dumb. They probably don't get a lot of attention from women. He's just happy. He's got like a woman being like, giving him attention. Would you go have a beer in Israel? What? Of course, I'd go. Would you go? I'll go to Israel. Fuck, I'll have a beer there. She might literally off cam be like, I'd go. Would you go? Fuck it, I'll go. أنت بتشرب بيرة. أنا بشرب بيرة بإسرائيل. They're just trying to get with this woman, maybe. Okay, look, you think this guy's getting a lot of attention from the ladies?
صيف بتل أبيب كمان. إيه منشرب بيرة. نصيف بتل أبيب بحسها صعبة.
بتمنى.
Okay, that guy's like, I find it difficult.
منصيف بتل أبيب كمان. إيه منشرب بيرة. نصيف بتل أبيب.
Spending the summer in Tel Aviv feels difficult. Good. Feels more than difficult. Feels dirty, but sure.
صعبة. بتمنى روح زور.
Oh, this guy, I wish I could go.
بلد جديد بنروح على القدس افونتور يعني.
افونتور يعني. وانا كنت حارب مع القوات وانا مقتل 20 فلسطيني by the way. I mean, this guy, are you telling me this guy wasn't part of some Christian right-wing militia gunning down Palestinians? His eagerness to go to Israel tells me yes. This guy was probably like the sous general mini.
يعني. إذا فتح حدك محل إسرائيلي بتقبله؟
أكيد لا.
بتقبل؟
Okay, so they're down to visit Israel, but they don't want to compete with Israelis' stores?
لا. لأنه بيبيع أرخص مني.
Ooh, there we go. Anti-Semitic trope. So this guy's confused. This guy is both a Zionist and an anti-Semite. What do you want? Pick one. What do you want? You think Jewish people are going to charge less than you because they're like cheap and they want your business? So you're making an anti-Semitic trope, but you also would love to visit Israel. But this one, Anna, my favorite is this one. They party like us. They party like us, folks. That's it. Khalas. She needs to go to Israel. Send her to Israel. Send her. And this is the face. This is the face of Israel. Look at that. They party like us. They talk like Fuck you. Straight up, fuck you. And your dumbass fucking tattoos. How about that shit? And she looks familiar. She looks familiar. That's the worst part. Is she like a dancer or something? She's got to be a dancer. Knowing these dancers, bro. What's this first? She definitely looks familiar, man. I just wrote Pierre Eirefik. Alexander says this is a sample of the minority in Lebanon that wants peace with Israel. The vast majority doesn't want peace. Shias, Sunnis, and many Christians don't want peace. They party like us and they talk like us. Shows you how naive and superficial many Lebanese are. Yeah, this could be one of the dumbest fucking videos I've ever seen. And this fucking page, Political Pen, This guy would cream in his pants instantly if he could go visit Israel or get like an Israeli passport. Ugh. Anyways, I just love shitting on this. Choki says she seems familiar to me too. If anyone can recognize this fucking person, please let me know. Billy is asking, is this in Beirut, the place that's being bombed? Yes, but you wouldn't know it by listening to these people. They party like us. I want to go to Tel Aviv. They're literally destroying a monastery. And they'll be like, but it's not about Christians. They like the Christians. They're destroying a monastery. They smashed a Jesus statue and a giant cross. They killed the priest. They bombed churches. These people are stupid. Exit says, low-key, she's kind of beautiful. Who? The lady with a bent mouth? Come on, Exit. Come on. But she looks so familiar, I can't place it. Anyways, folks, I was supposed to talk about the war picking back up in the UAE and Iran. But there's a lot to watch. There's a lot to talk about. It's already 12:30. Tomorrow night, I am doing an interesting stream. Tomorrow night, I am reacting to the soft take video on Ethan Klein. We're doing another one, folks. We're doing another H3 reaction video. Soft take H3. Tomorrow, I will be watching this video in its entirety. The Lost Identity of the H3 podcast. It's at 60K views. Seems to be very interesting. We're going to be watching it, and they're talking about the after show, so there seems to be some new stuff, some new angles here to tackle. So tomorrow, we're doing a live stream on that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Wednesday, most likely doing a Lego stream, building the tumbler on Tino's Playroom, and then back to this channel Thursday, Friday. So we're going to have a good time. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's been super fun. See you down under. Thank you so much for the 50 gifted subs. That's so kind. Beatrice Dally from Betty Blue. A little Anthony. What? I don't get that, Choki. What does that mean, Choki? Folks, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody who gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Let me go back and Lemonman Cat. Thank you, Ator. Thank you, Marina. Yankees fan. Jim D. Dukers. Appreciate y'all. Haley D. Brat 6847. Lemon Mint. IDF kills children. Chris, Polish Pusher. We appreciate all of you. We thank you so much. You've all been so kind, so generous. It was super fun being here today. Oh, looking at that woman, you're saying that's what she looks like. Ali says, I like it because it doesn't let the rest of the H crew off the hook. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to watch that video. So I'll see you tomorrow for a long form commentary and reaction video. It's going to be fun. Wednesday, some Lego building. And I'm going to release the vlog at Give Me a Paw these couple days. I just need to edit it tomorrow, and then that vlog will be released very soon. Folks, thank you so much for being here tonight and joining us for this lovely stream. And I'll try to catch up on the Iran news maybe tomorrow, before or after we react to the H3 video. Much love, everyone. Have a good night. Don't forget to... Yankees fan drops a $5 super chat right before we logging off. He says, do a stream about AB of H3, Diary of an Arab. Abi, the Yankees fan, we've done a lot of AB streams. I've beefed with AB over and over again. They've come, him and Lena have come at us. I've come at them. I've kind of kept it chilled recently just because of the war, and I know that their family's in South Lebanon, so I did not want to add any, just you know what I mean? They know what they're doing at this point. He knows how I feel. He knows how most Lebanese people would think about his job there. But you can go back, Yankees fan, and find a lot of beef between me and AB. Just write, do not worry, AB, Anthony. Let me just show you real quick. There's a lot. AB, Anthony, H3, DNW. There's a whole bunch. Ethan Klein wants me to replace AB. Well, that's probably not it, but like there's a whole bunch of me beefing with AB. Oh, look at this. Yankees is saying, sorry, man. Why are you apologizing? You sent a $5 super chat and you're apologizing to me? I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to find it for you. But there's literally a lot. There are so many. Let me try to find a couple. I've done so many live streams. What's up? Oh, AB and Lena's puppy. AB's, so just 4 months ago, AB was mad at me for giving my opinion on his puppy. There's a lot of stuff. You'll have some fun scrolling down the old live streams. Anyways, folks, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow for that H3 reaction. Much love. Have a good night, folks. And as always,
Do not worry.
Ooh, Yankees fan says, new fan. That's why I didn't know. Well, bless you, Yankees fan. We're happy to have you here. Thank you for being a new fan. We appreciate you. Now I'm leaving for good, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Do not worry.